Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Tales of Vardin on To Be Diced. We're super happy to have you here. Let's see who's playing with us this evening. All right, just start whoever wants to go first.
Oh, hi. Greetings, salutations. My name is Daddy Tarzan8255 on all social media platforms. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and X, which is DDY Tarzan8255, because somebody already has Daddy Tarzan, apparently. That being said, I play William, the pirate captain of the Pale Lady that is now landlocked because she took on some heavy damage. And yeah, we're landlocked for the time being until we get the Pale Lady repaired. And William's not happy about that. But Xenia is. So if Xenia's happy, William's happy. That being said, I produce thirst traps and cosplay content on TikTok. You can find it there. You must be 18 or older to interact. Other than that, that's all I have. On to you, Emers.
Hello, my name is Simite. You can find me on my own Twitch channel where I play games all the time. You can find me on TikTok. I post D&D content, and YouTube where I've got a bunch of old RP content from Milsim servers and junk. It's loads of nothing. uh, right now, my son is missing. That's concerning. We're trying to remedy that. It's, I'm scared. On to you, Grendel.
Hello, my name is Taylor, also known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on most social media platforms, mainly active on TikTok and Instagram. If you like special effects makeup, smashable monsters, D&D stuff, hello! D&D stuff, as well as just anything weird and nerdy, sometimes just random cosplay stuff, you should totally give me a follow. Today I am playing the wonderful 7-foot tall green muscle mommy, Grendel Fialova. She is currently navigating, trying to embrace and also keep herself in this dramatic change that has been going on, having to learn to not only fight for her life, but fight for the woman that she loves, who has been taken by the horrible BBEG, as Grendel calls him, Mr. Balls. And she is trying her best, going through a bit. As the team likes to say, hopefully it'll buff out. On to you, Dia.
Hi guys, I'm Dia, also known as DiaBell.cosplay on all social media. I play Xenia, who is our Beastmaster Ranger and resident Pokemon Master. And also, I have finally been given back my new emotional support dragon for this campaign, who is huge and Dia-sized and still needs a name, so feel free to suggest one.
Cute!
He will be joining us going forward.
Why does he look like a Humphrey?
Huge.
Humphrey is good.
Yay! So I am most active on TikTok, during which I'm currently posting my drafts of various Greek mythology characters. So far, we've got Aphrodite up, and also if you hop over to Instagram, we recently had one of our last conventions here in New Zealand in Auckland, during which I cosplayed Dracul Mihawk and met both the live-action actor and the voice actor, Mr. Stephen John Ward and John Gramillion. It was a great time. Stay tuned for more photos coming up.
She looked awesome.
Tea.
So cool. That's awesome. Along with that, we'll look at what we have going on the rest of this week, or actually next week, into our games that we have that you can also watch here on To Be Diced. Tuesday, we have Edge of the Empire Tarzan, or are we taking a small break? What's going on with that?
Excuse me. Yes, Edge of the Empire will continue. We just encountered a very psychotic and very powerful fallen Jedi with the party. His name is Baylor Cross, former Jedi Knight of the Clone War era. and was stranded on Raxus Prime for 20 years by himself. Had a little bit of a Wilson castaway kind of situation going on, talking to a helmet. It was great. Party did great. They navigated and avoided conflict with this individual as best as they could, and I'm excited to see how this story plays out. So come tune in Tuesday next week for the continuation of that event. It's gonna be great.
Perfect. Emrys, I believe, or Simai, I believe you have some exciting news as far as our new campaign that's coming online.
Yes, Valley of Endless War is in pre-production. We are a full cast, finally. Which, to speak of a full cast, I would like to introduce my friend Nifty Root Beer, who tonight will be playing Nina.
Nifty's playing
Ah,
you beautiful human being! Oh, I missed you!
oh my gosh.
Oh my god! I'm so excited! I'm so
Take
sorry.
those headphones off for a little
I'm
bit.
so sorry, Tarzan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got so excited. I haven't seen
Note to
Nifty in
self:
so
turning
long.
down volume.
So Nifty will be playing in Valley of the Endless War,
Yes.
alongside with the other new cast members, alongside Dia as well. And I'm super excited for it to get started. I can't wait.
Yeah, Michael's currently
Awesome.
working on the theme for the campaign. Once we have that finished up, we will be able to determine a launch date for Valley of Endless War. So it's coming up. We just got to wrap up the loose ends, and we'll be good to go. I'm excited.
Perfect. So we got Edge of the Empire on Tuesday coming up. Probably not this Wednesday, maybe the next one. don't
It
have
depends
the
on
date
how
yet?
fast Michael can
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
I give him at least 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah.
keep tuning into our streams, and you'll find out the exact date of Valley of Endless War and when that's going to be active and into the rotation. And then finally, a game on Thursday for Tales of Vardin to see what happens after tonight. So last we left off, the party split again to head onto two fronts. One, Emrys had received word that his 3 almost 4-year-old son had gone missing just the night prior. And the party had to complete their mission by returning an Aquilarian shaman to a certain Trevor Malfoy on the island of Nen in Port Karashi. On finishing that interaction with immense amounts of paranoia, William and Grendel had just gone off to join Emrys and Xenia to find both Nina and Finn, just north of the city, a few miles out. What are William and Grendel doing? Are you just heading straight there? Are you buying mounts and heading out?
You're muted, Tarzan.
Muted, bud.
Mounts would be a good idea. Let's do that. Did we get word that from Emerson the crew?
Yeah,
or
they sent a bird with a note, and Grendel got it and said, like, we're heading into the mist with or without you. You need to get your ass here.
okay. So with that, then making our way to the nearest stables to make acquisitions of horses, and
Can Grendel ride a horse?
We'll find
get
out.
you
The
a-
terrain of this particular island is there's not a whole lot of roads that are placed into things. So what they have are more not so much horses, but more lizard-like creatures that
Smash.
one to two people can ride on, depending on the size. Their head are more bird-like with a beak, and feathers run all the way down their back. and there are green opalescent scales all along these creatures' body and back. Their claws and the way they move accommodates the terrain much more easily than something hooved, able to grab, climb, and they are very quick as well. So they can traverse great distances in half the time a horse could.
Smash, firstly.
Gosh.
Yeah. We'll go buy ourselves some mounts, if you will, Captain. El Capitan.
You want to buy or rent?
We're gonna be here for a while.
I mean, you'll pay the full cost if they're not returned within 2-3 days,
What is the full cost?
or in good condition. Yeah,
they still got 3 legs. They're still usable. Yeah, we'll buy 2. Try and let's finagle this guy though. God, I am the worst at that.
Don't be asking Grendel to try and convince. Like, she can be nice about things, but she's horrible at trying to.
Where's Emrys when you need him?
I know, right? Yeah. Approaching the shopkeep, the stable keeper, stable hand. All right, mate. We need 2 fucking mounts, right? One for this beautiful woman here, and one for me.
What he means is that may we please have 2 mounts. You
finally,
that was
please.
someone with manners.
I thought that's
So
what
you need 2 mounts. Perfect.
Oh,
And you're wanting the Graknash, right? Where do you headed to?
I don't know what any of this is, William. You're going to have to handle this.
Neither the fuck do I, mate. We're going to the crown of the island.
Crown. You in a hurry?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. All right. And you said 2 of them, right?
That would be ideal, mate.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. How many people you want riding them? Because I've got a Sarkisian and a Graknak. Got two of each of those.
Well,
The Sarkisian will hold 1 person. Then the Graknak will hold 2.
I don't know what any of these fucking things are. I need at least one that can hold this woman. She's big, as obviously.
hello, my name is Grendel. It is very nice to meet you.
And then I need something that can
Nice to meet you
ideally
as well.
carry me and one other.
And one other. So a Sarkisian and a Graknak. Give me one of those. Yep. All right. And they begin to like bridle one, and they bring it out, and it's like hissing and like.
Holy fuck, mate! What is this thing?
And that's your mount.
I think it's kind of cute. Look how shiny it's.
The Sarkisian has like 2 big horns that come around, and its feet, kind of like a velociraptor sort of thing, but it's big enough to hold Grendel, and it also has a beak like.
Oh,
mount.
look! This comes with handlebars.
Are we supposed to ride these things or fight them?
You ride them. They'll get you where you need to go on this island. There's not very many roads.
If
Oh,
they've been trained by them, I'm sure it will be fine, William.
I was looking at the wrong character. Okay, 1 second. I need to look at my stats. I'm looking at Orin, my barbarian minotaur. Give me William. What am I? Like, I got a +6 in animal handling. I should be able to handle this guy. That's not the right guy. You're not the right guy, pal. You're not the right guy. Come on, load faster.
You're not that guy, pal.
But yeah, if D&D Beyond decides to work today, let's pull up it on interwebs.
In Dimensional Dialogue, Grendel and Orin are totally besties, though.
Yes. Albeit possibly unwilling. Or persuasion. Okay, William's not too bad. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thing's fucking right scary looking, but all right. One for Grendel, one for me. How much is this gonna run us?
One Sarkissian and one Graknak. It'll be 500 gold.
500. You out of your mind?
Getting two. No.
Seems a little pricey, don't you think, mate?
Well, you could use your own 2 feet that Akros gave you.
I don't have time to debate, so I'm paying it for now. But we're gonna talk about this later.
Probably not. Just letting you know.
All right, 500 it is. Reluctantly works out 500 gold. And yeah, give me the fucking rides. Let's go. We gotta go.
Yes, Captain. And she's gonna kind of. She's never ridden a lizard before, so she's just.
Neither has William.
Tells you, yeah, that one's Bitsy and that one's Daisy. So treat them right, they'll treat you right.
All right, let's go, Grendel. We gotta move.
So Grendel's getting on the single, and William's getting on the double saddle.
Yes.
Do we need to do any animal handling checks or?
Do an athletics check for me.
Oh, I'm good at athletics.
Oh, are you?
That was a 1. +8 for a 9.
It's a good thing that there's no crit fails in ability checks, right? Does a 9 pass?
What'd you get, William?
17.
17?
Yeah.
This thing, you think you're strong and you're good. You grab a hold of the reins, and what do you do to start this thing?
Oh God. Well, with his time in the military, especially in the army, he would have spent some time working with some of the war horses. He kind of, all right, this must operate the same way as a fucking horse does. Just fucking kicks him right in the rib cage, and holds on tightly with his thighs, which is as an equestrian expert, you're not supposed to hold on tight with your thighs. That just incites them to go faster.
Yep.
But William is not.
As you as you do this, it lets out a shrill and takes off, and you are surprised by this speed, but you are locked in. And as the Sarkissian Daisy sees Bitsy run off, it runs in tandem with it. A jolting fast start, and you kind of slide to the side of the saddle and are just barely able to grab one of the horns and ride like that for a little bit until you can muscle your way back up, and you get a better hold on it as both of these begin to meander through these forests and woods that are on the island of Nen-Glair. Passing by just vibrant plant life and beautiful flowers, but all of it is whipping by so fast. It's just blur of color at this point.
That's crazy.
See, and it looks like Xenia has druid crafted red flowers that match his markings onto the tree.
And Grendel
so you
would
are
see
able
flowers,
to follow those.
hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. So you are able to, with great ease and a decent amount of speed, make your way towards the crown of Nen-Glair, shrouded in mist. Emrys, Nina, Xenia, what are we doing in this time?
Emrys is going to walk up to Nina and say, all right, so you're not going to like what I have to say next. You need to sit and rest for a bit.
You're not wrong. I don't like that. I need to find my son.
Our son, and I know exactly how you feel. But look at you. I need to bind your wounds, and we need to get you some stability left back in your legs. Look at you walk. You can barely walk.
But what if he's already...
Honey, I know. But he's gonna be fine. Right?
All right. And then I...
Danya,
sit
can
back
you
down.
have Amaruk do a sort of circle and keep watch for an hour?
I can do that. I have I cannot keep both of them out at the same time.
Okay.
And this one can camouflage into the trees, so I will have there's a keep watch.
You know what's best.
How is Nina's legs looking? Injury-wise.
Injury-wise, she has a few nicks and cuts. There seems to be a large pool of blood coming from the stomach area from a larger stab.
It's not great.
Then
We should keep our eyes out.
do you know anything of medicine? Could you help me bind our wounds?
I have a +5 in medicine, Chris. Can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
No, you make the roll. I'll assist you.
Okay. Let me just check. I don't have any healing. Like, I don't have any actual healing, but I think
No,
I
but
do
if
have
we're
a
taking your long rest, we're really just like aiding her in rolling her hit dice, I guess.
Yeah. So, if you allow it, Chris, then you will sort of go around the general perimeter of the clearing that we're in, and he seems to sort of be picking out plants he deduces would be helpful in this case to help stem the bleeding, and just gather some bandages from his pack. And he's first going to look at the wound on her stomach because the amount of blood she's losing is concerning to him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that medicine check, unless you already have and put it in the chat, and I'm just blind. There we go. Okay.
Advantage, because Emerson's helping.
Thank you. I needed it. That's a 12.
12. You are able to find, what you require, things that would aid in clotting and closing that. And your bandages are exactly where they need to be. You begin the process and administer this half-work first aid that is always either very successful or enough. It never is a failure, essentially. It's very well performed. The bleeding begins to slow for a bit, and as you're wrapping the wound, you notice a bruising of sorts around the area where the skin looks irritated, kind of reddish, and darkening more towards the purple side towards the wound. Make an insight check for me.
That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
30-20. You know this. Not sure what this is specifically, but you know that this is a wound from a poisoned blade.
Oh no.
To which then he will tell Emrys, there's poison in this wound.
Sorry?
There is poison in this wound. It is spreading from the source.
Nina, you're
How
good
fast?
with poisons. Help me with this real quick. And he's going to use his poisoner's kit to try and gather up some herbs and create an antidote.
Okay.
Uh,
What's that roll for creating a potion?
what skill would you like to tie to it, basically? And then I add my proficiency.
Okay. Let's see. Survival? Makes
survival.
sense.
At advantage because Nina's helping me, or
Yep.
no?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. That's good because that was 19 plus 5 for 24.
24. You make, with Nina's assistance, perhaps pointing out the things that maybe you should do this way instead of that. No, you grind that, you don't crush it. No, you just split it and then heat it. Just little just techniques that would make it that much better. You make an antidote that is almost 98% pure. This would take care of most anything.
Right. Please imbibe, my love.
Did I drink it?
Yes.
Bon appetit. I drink it.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn.
I hate it when that happens.
13.
13.
Yeah.
You drink it. It's honestly pleasant. You've had some other antidotes, and they're usually very bitter. This one goes down easy. A very just pleasant taste. As it begins to hit your stomach and flow into your bloodstream, your veins begin to burn,
Oh, God.
and you throw it back up.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Are you sure that was a potion and not a poultice?
It was an antidote.
I watched everything he did. It was right.
Then yeah.
I'd
Actually,
like-
didn't I find vials of poison on the guy I took like the
Mhm.
blade from?
Yep.
Nina, could you tell me what this is? And I hand her the vial of poison. Or Xenia.
I have no proficiency in poison, but maybe survival or medicine, I suppose. I can assist. I could probably tell you like what's in it, not what it is.
So, how would she go about doing that? Detecting poison is like poisoner's kit too, so... Or
Yeah. Does somebody have
determining
a
what
poisoner's
poison
kit?
she actually
do.
does.
I will assist.
Okay.
And I do as well.
Let's see. Let's use...
You do notice that Emrys takes out a book, though, and is like thumbing through the book, trying to figure
Yeah.
shit out. He's not proficient with poisoner's kit yet. He's learning.
roll me a medicine check. Either medicine or
Poisoner's kit
insight.
is you can identify poisons by
Using a poisoner's
Performing-
kit or an alchemy kit, right?
you can identify a poison by with a DC 20. Determine the effects of a poison or spot an object. Yeah, you can identify a poison with a DC 20 check. Either history, investigation, or perception.
Okay. Let's do investigation. You're taking time to look at it.
That's for certain, Nina. Important distinction, though. Does she have the poisoned condition?
She does.
Okay, so it's disadvantage on her checks. So I will aid her in her investigation so she has a straight roll.
Oh, I was looking at Potter's tool. Sorry. History, investigation, perception, medicine, nature, and survival is what can be used.
Yeah. Investigation's still on that list, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do what? I'm sorry.
Sorry, can I do perception since I'm not
Yeah.
since Anya is not familiar with poisonous goods? He's just looking at what components could be inside
Mm-hmm.
it. You
So-
guys go first.
Let's get Nina.
Jesus fucking Christ. Nina's investigation was 13.
Yeah, it was
and
another 13.
Another
Zenya's
13.
perception was fucking 30.
Oh, shit!
That one is shit.
Well, they got a 3 for a 30, so.
Got a microscopic eye.
As far as
Anya's
Anya's
looking at
insight's
the vial,
insane.
if you're holding it up, Anya's looking
Mhm.
at the vial. That looks like bad the root, and then you can see the tendrils here. And
Mhm.
then it looks like the leaf shape has been ground down, but you can see the serrated edges of a very distinctive plant. I think it's got this and this in it.
Yeah. Along with
Taking herbal
that,
notes.
inside the liquid, there is a swirling, metallic-looking, granular substance as well, very fine, and it tints the whole vial black.
No. There's black dust in here.
What's black dust?
It bad, okay?
Remember that drug you were trying to destroy in the warehouse? That's the
Oh.
one.
Oh. Okay, well, we need to go then. We just need to go. My life doesn't matter anymore. I need to find my son.
Oh, fuck you. Stop. We're not going anywhere. We're going to figure this out.
Xenia, Nina, and Emerus, make me a perception check, please.
That's a 15 on that roll, distracted by the black dust, or a passive 23.
19.
What did you ask for? Sorry.
Perception check,
Perception.
please.
Perception. A 9.
9. You are just in this mind space of what's going on. I have to get out of here. My life doesn't matter anymore. Just these thoughts, trying to put everything together and just wanting to get at least one more thing done with the time you have. Save your son, Finn. Distracted by that, Xenia is still looking into the components and kind of putting all those things together and going, oh, this sucks. Will be the second one to see this approach. Emerus, you get a cold chill up your back for a moment before you hear the bushes and the leaves rustling. And there is a man
Napier coming out.
that steps into the space that you're in. He's not trying to be quiet. He's breaking branches and kind of trudging through this area. As he does, he comes through and goes, "Oh, hello. Are you out here looking for the little boy as well?"
Inside check.
She can do that. I'm gonna do blade to his throat. Fucking instantly up to his money and who are
Oh,
you?
friend. There's no need for this
You can see that I'm not in the mood
violence.
for new friends today. So explain who you are. Now.
You look in this man's eyes. He looks familiar. Those eyes, that gaze. And you notice a small pin on his robe. This is Ezio Vargas.
bastard. It's been a long
Do I know
time.
you?
It's been a long time.
Emrys?
Do you want your trinket back?
Bygones be bygones. Keep it, sell it. Who cares?
You were
That was
plenty
years ago.
gung-ho to get it last time.
I'm gonna have to repeat that. My headphones are cutting out on that.
Said you were
Sorry.
plenty gung-ho to get it last time. What's changed?
One more time. I'm so sorry.
He said you were plenty gung-ho to get it last time. What's changed?
Time. And acquisitions over the years. Although I was very, very hurt with his departure. I've had a few times where I could have used it. Now, this lost boy is not going to find himself, So, I think I'll circle back around this way.
You fucking move, I slit your throat in 3 places.
Who is this Emrys?
Fun.
Come on.
What do you know of my son?
Do I know your son?
The boy.
The boy missing is your son. I had no idea. I simply came to town to
Of course
do
you
some
didn't.
business. And I heard there was a boy missing. So, I offered to lend my aid.
You want to lend your aid? What's this shit poisoning Nina? Do you have a cure for it? Maybe I don't slit you, and you can go on about your way. Know that I will find my son first, no matter what the fuck you do.
Oh no, God has abandoned us.
Accurate.
Oh
No. Xenia rolled a 28 inside.
Yeah, that's
no! Oh
sick.
no! Bluey, no! Oh, I take over the story. Okay.
Meanwhile, in the tavern.
So he
Meanwhile-
tells me everything I need to know, right? And then
Meanwhile, the party manages to blow past all the defenses that are in place at the Crown, when with Grendel and William breaking Mach speed, fuck you, and we arrive just in time as the party is about to get wiped out, and Grendel and William come in with a Superman punch cut into the monster's face, and everything explodes, and wham bam, thank you, man, we level up to level 20, and all is right in the world. Thank you for tuning
and we
in.
find a deck of many
My Michael
things.
The deck of many things. William becomes a god of the unliving, and the party saves all of reality. And yeah,
This is
that's all.
very wishful thinking.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff out, as Tarzan likes to say. William doesn't really say that very often. Actually, he's never said that canonically.
I was expecting for a second when the ship rolled back into harbor and they were like, it's going to take a lot to fix it. I was like, he's going to say
Just fucking do it.
He's going to say it.
Other than that, thank you all for tuning in tonight. That's the rest of the session. We've completed the story arc of Tales of Vardin.
We have defeated the DM. We won, you guys. We won D&D.
So that explains why he was having some technical issues with hearing. His internet was crapping out on him. But
Hopefully
in
he
other
comes
news,
back soon.
In other news.
While we're waiting, Nifty, would you like to do an introduction?
That's a good point. Yes.
For yourself as
Please.
well, if you have anything you would like to promote on your page or anything along the lines of that, we would love a beautiful introduction.
Yeah, so I'm Nifty. You can find me on TikTok and Twitch as Nifty Root Beer. I'm on YouTube as Nasty No Mixie. I do gaming on YouTube. TikTok is random, all kinds of voice acting, me doing stupid
get that.
stuff, and Twitch is also gaming.
We get that a lot. Oh man, yeah, no. We like to we also like to support all of our creators here on 2B Dice Adventures. If you Chris Playbeard, the GM of or DM of this wonderful campaign, is a fantastical pottist. So if you would like your own piece of pottery made by an extremely talented individual, feel free to contact him on claybeardstudios.com. Is it claybeardstudios.com? Or just Claybeard Studios on TikTok and whatnot. Makes wonderful pieces.
I ordered mine.
I received that. I'm so
And
excited.
He also does custom pieces, and I will happily say I have ordered one myself, and let me tell you, chef's kiss. The man keeps you updated and makes sure that you get what you're looking for. And
you know what? Now is also a good time to get a little brief synopsis from Emrys about his campaign. So why don't you go ahead and roll out like a little inside peek into what you can expect with the Valley of Endless War.
So the Valley of Endless War is going to be very much well, as it stands right now, there are control points in the center of the map where elves control some towers and dwarves control some towers, and it's going to be basically a fight back and forth for area, resources, and all that kind of thing. However, as it is right now, we have no idea what the players are going to decide, if they want to join into that part of it or if they want to do something completely different. It's all up to them.
What would be the basic comparison to the campaign? I know we discussed possibly that it was very into.
So it's sort of like, I want to say, it's not really like League of Legends. It's more like Guild Wars 2 Node Wars.
Node Wars, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. And you got an assembled cast with some of the cast here, Nifty Root Beer, I believe you said it was in it, as well as Diaval.
A lot of really fantastic people. Yeah, Dia as well. I'm super excited for every one of their characters. Every one of their characters has a little bit of a hitch in their arm.
I like it.
The character building process, and it's going to be interesting to see how they all deal with those throughout the course of the campaign.
I like it a lot. All right. And we just finished up character cast description and portraits. So we are currently working with Michael St. Gregory, the producer of 2B Dice, who's designed all of our layouts and whatnot. He's going to be developing the theme and intro and outro for the Valley of Endless War. So if you are interested in having your own personalized designs for your own actual plays, or it doesn't even have to be for actual plays. If you want something designed for your own Twitch channels or YouTube channels to have full design like we have here, feel free to reach out to him on TikTok at Michael St. Gregory.
Yeah.
Is it that? Yeah, Michael St. Gregory. He takes commissions. We just commissioned him for the Valley of Endless War, and we're hoping to get that rolled out to you guys here in the next 2 weeks. We'll see. I told him to take his time because I wanted him to make sure it looked
really fucking talented.
Extremely talented individual. I told him to take his time with it, but hopefully he'll be able to roll it out within the next 2 weeks. If not, no big deal. I want him to make sure it looks good. We finalized all the character art. I'm happy that the art that I put out for Batsy was
Oh, it was so
was
good.
approved. Yeah, I had to do a little finagling with the art because for some reason the art generator doesn't like to do purple skin, so
No.
I had to finagle with the hues and get it to turn purple, and it turned out pretty good. But other than that, mind you, all the character art that we use is full disclaimer is AI generated. But these are not permanent. Like we are not using these for any type of monetary gain. We assure you. We do take submissions for character art. If you do have your own take on some of our character designs, feel free to submit them to 2bDiced Adventures email at 2bdicedadv@gmail.com. I believe is what it is. Let me double check. But if you are interested, 2bdicedadv@gmail.com. If you have your own perspective of what our characters would look like in your eyes, feel free to send them to us. We'll be happy to take a look at them and buy them from you if it's something that we would like to showcase on our streams. We will not be producing any content, like official content with these images.
Just have them because we like them.
Yeah, this is just so we can have our own idea of what our characters look like until we can commission people to design our characters.
We've really run out of things to say. Chris needs
Yeah.
to
Well, I will say, Chris did say from Xenia or to resume roleplay.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
for
we're
above
kind
table context,
Yeah.
for above table context, Xenia did ask Embers, "Who is this man?"
Yeah. Oh.
So while I have my sword to his throat, Jesus Christ, that was a struggle. While I have my sword to his throat, he will sort of not look back at you, but he will. Oh, this is old. He's a shithead, I know. He wanted me to join the Magisterium once for what I can do, but I politely declined his invitation, and he took that as his cue to hunt me down and nearly kill me while I tried to leave the city. So, yeah, I took his trinket, and now here we are, many, many years later, and I want to know what the fuck he's doing here and who the hell he's working for.
We have not had good run-ins of the Magisterium in the past. I believe I still have one of their books from my libraries, which I did intend to return, but never got to return, and I suppose it won't be missed too much. It is in fact a book on, I think it's necromancy or something like undead or like the hells or something he probably shouldn't have.
Fucking keep it. Fuck those assholes, in my opinion. Hi.
Welcome back, God. We just got
God has
insight on
returned.
who, just above table,
Got insight on what?
on who Ezio is.
Ah, yes.
Ezio Auditore.
Don't use slander that name.
So, Emrys, where were we? I'm sorry.
He called
my
Ezio a piece of
latest to his throat. He's probably going to use some kind of magic to get out of it, but that's not going to go well for him. But yeah, I'm asking him who the fuck he works for now.
I'm also gonna ready my my bow.
Okay, yeah, smash.
We part as friends, no?
Part of his friends. You sent your goons to nearly kill me. I was 15 years old. I just barely got
You will.
away.
Yes. I forgive you for taking my things. You forgive me for leaving you alive.
How very magnanimous of you. What the fuck are you doing here? And who do you work for? And can you fix that?
What are you pointing at?
Nina, her poisoned wound.
As of an arrow in his face.
I fix whatever it is, if I can. And we go our separate ways, never to see each other again.
I'd really love to believe that that's what you want.
I am out here trying to save a little boy and take him back to his home.
Oh. I'm supposed to believe that you're here to save my son and bring him back to my home. Is that right? Knowing you
Believe
and
what
all
you
the
want.
things you used to do. What of your history makes me even entertain that as a possibility?
We've all done things, I'm sure, that we're not proud of, that we're not happy with. But here we are. We deal with the here and now. So, are you
Can I roll insight on him?
Sure.
I have rolled
He's
insight on him.
Yeah.
All right, give me those rolls. Here we go. Let's tell you here.
28.
Terrible 8.
And you said
Passive's
28?
Does he seem to be hiding a motive behind the word?
He seems very interested in this lost boy for some reason. There seems to be a forked tongue behind the teeth. Like he is trying to avoid most of the questions and just go about his day. So what will it be, Emrys? You waste more time, and the boy is lost in a cave somewhere, drowning. Or we get back to what we were here to do.
You fix her. I let you leave here alive.
And if I can't? If it's
If you
something
can't,
beyond my prowess?
well then, we deal with that when it comes to it. We settle an old score. But give it your best, mate.
Do you have some sort of insight as to what is happening?
She was poisoned.
Poison, perfect. There are various categories of poison.
Black dust in the poison. From your magisterium, from your midnight court friends.
Black dust, I've heard of this. A
course you
narcotic of
have.
some sort.
It was mixed with other things and turned into a poison.
What other things? One small
Xenia?
miscalculation and...
Xenia lists every single thing that's in that poison with dosage.
Okay, that would make it... very interesting. I might have something for it. What have you tried already? I'm sure you've done something.
I made an antidote.
Antidote,
and
very
it
nice.
burned her from the inside, and she puked it out.
Well, so alchemy is not really the way to go, but this... Have you tried anything else?
I'm gonna back off him, but keep my sword pointed towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else so far. So, do what you're gonna do, and then be on your way.
So just the antidote is what you've tried. Very well.
That's correct.
May I?
Please.
Very well. And he
Chris
goes up
is
to
watching so close.
so freaking close. He goes over to Nina. Are
And
you like on the
I'm
ground, or
going-
have you stood up at this point?
I am going to pop a potion of mana recovery.
Okay.
I would have been standing at
In
this point.
expectation
Okay.
of this fucking fight. Which, Xenia, for the potion you have, I have changed the remedy around a little bit, so delete it and then add back the lesser potion.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the full potion of mana recovery. 3d4. And that's gonna be a roll on the wild magic table, DM, if you want to roll that.
Oh.
Wild magic. What book is that in? Let's just grab it off.
It's a player's handbook, sorcery, wild magic.
Thank you. I don't know if I have my player's handbook close to me here.
While he's doing that, Emerson, I was going to ask you, your boy, does he have any interesting abilities like yours?
Yes, he's like me. Exactly like me.
Then that may be why your old friend has such interest
That's
in one.
correct.
Well,
I'm under the same impression. But unfortunately, if he can fix Nina, he can leave. We'll get to Finn before him.
As long as we can do that.
Or 5, 6, 7, 8. So
Here we go.
8 points. I will get back a 4th level. No. 5. 3rd level and a 2nd level spell. That'll be good enough for me.
All right. You become Irish because you are immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 5d6 days.
Oh, that's fucking dope. We're gonna get some money with a drinking contest, Emrys. Come on, let's go.
That's awesome because Emrys doesn't drink normally, so he'll never figure that out.
That's great. Yeah.
Just get him to hang out with William long enough and he'll drink.
Very unlikely. He prizes keeping his mind sharp.
Well,
you can still keep your mind sharp and get his money.
He's going to roll. He goes over to Nina, and before he like puts his hands on her to like investigate, he goes, "My dear, may I have a look at you?" I mean,
Okay, he's asking for consent. He's not totally a douche.
Yeah. And I lift up where the wound is to get the cloth away from the wound.
he kind of peels that back a ways and kind of looks at it. Very nice. Yes. You can put that down if you will. Can you open your mouth for me and say "ah"?
I like look around. I do it.
Uh-huh. Interesting. One more thing. May I look in your eyes closely?
Okay.
And kind of spreads your eyelid a little bit more widely. Look left and right for me. I'd like to see the whites.
Okay. She does.
Okay.
You're doing a lot of mean. What's wrong with me? Or can you fix me?
You are poisoned. There are different physical signs that is coursing through your body. However, this is only a speculation on my part. But with the combination of ingredients in this poison, one is meant to not let your blood coagulate so you just bleed out, and the other, again, this is the speculation part, is to make it so that any healing would not take hold. Again, furthering your eventual death. Again, all speculation. You've tried an antidote that didn't work, so we are going to go with more of a arcane solution, something a little bit perhaps more divine. And I do have something for that. Now, if this doesn't work, I am out a very valuable spell. But if it does, then we all live happy.
What's the gold value?
No need to worry about that, my friend.
We're not friends. This is a transaction. What's the gold value? I will reimburse you.
We'll say it's 100 gold for now, and we can find that later just to make sure it's
Okay.
the right amount.
Emrys will pull 100 gold out of the quiver from Millie's cut of the cages.
You do well for yourself to just be able to produce that, but we all have our ways, don't we? And he reaches into his waistcoat and kind of rifles through. Eso Valin, Tel Boshin, Hura, Quel Tarim. And this aura washes over you as you begin to feel this just apathetic weight lifted from you. Do you feel any better?
Yeah, I actually do.
That's progress. The what was it? Greater healing potion, Emrys, that you gave Nina earlier?
I believe
Last game?
Yes.
Yeah. You begin to feel that warmth begin to pulsate through your blood, replacing that cold, necrotic feel that you've been having since you fought those cultists. And you gain those hit points back. I'm not sure what the number was, but I think it was pretty high.
I'll roll it again
13
if you
or
want.
something. Sure.
Roll again, okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Nice.
There you go. And some color begins to come back into your face. Your cheeks begin to flush a little bit more. You are feeling better. So, Emrys, I will not say my friend. Is this satisfactory?
He puts the rapier away, still keeping a hand up. Thank you very much. Now, on your way.
Gladly. The best to you. And he begins to saunter away and whistle a small tune.
I yell out thank you again to him.
And just raises a hand as he walks away.
When he's out of earshot, he goes, all right. Now, we officially cannot wait an hour. However, you're waiting. Xenia, please, you wait with her. I'm going to go ahead.
You're not going without us.
You're going to get lost. Just a statement.
Actually,
Get killed.
Emrys is going to cast through the ring. Are we in the mist right now?
No, you're on the edge of it.
Okay. He kind of walks up to the edge of the mist, and he's going to cast Control Water. to part the mist in front of him.
Okay.
Is it water vapor?
It is not.
It is not. It does nothing. All right. Well, that doesn't do shit. Okay.
It's around this time that William and Grendel show up on their mounts as they screech to a halt, making track.
Hold on.
Whoa!
This thing sits there panting. It has just this wild look in its eye, just adrenaline pumping from just running so fast and just heavy breathing, just out of excitement, essentially.
Senia's going to go pet them.
I fucking hate these things. I fucking hate them so
With
much.
this distraction,
They are indeed very fast.
Emrys
I
casts
feel a
haste
little-
and he goes toward the center of the mist.
Do I
Full
notice him?
speed. Full speed. I'll
When you
scout
cast-
ahead.
Hey, Emrys. Bye, Emrys. Where is Emrys going?
Your mate is going to get lost, is what
Oh.
he tells Nina while he's petting the mount.
Then why don't you guys follow him? Oh, Nina, are you okay?
I'm okay now. I wasn't until they got here, but I'm okay now.
Hey, I recognize you. Aren't you the one that was holding a fucking dagger to my throat in the warehouse?
This is Emrys's lovely lady,
bro.
Nina. I was the one who helped make the big bouquet of flowers Emrys gave you.
Oh, they were so pretty.
Huh.
Loved them.
I am so glad that he was able to meet up with his lovely lady.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. All right. For the time being.
You're thinking of somebody else.
She's a really nice lady, William. Don't worry. If Emrys trusts her, then I think we should trust her as well. And just because, hey, think about it this way. If she was able to put a knife to your throat, it means she's good at killing people.
She's not wrong about that.
See,
So I am actually only scouting ahead a little bit, just figuring out which way Ezio is going, and then I'm going to just kind of stop and feel for a moment, kind of get a sort of loose direction of the center, if I can feel it.
Okay. So as you enter the mist, there's a strange sensation that washes over you. Familiarity. Unknown. Past. As the mist swirls, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, God.
It's okay. It's all right. I have a +2.
are we going into something that
is it a-
saving throws? God damn it.
Is it considered a charm effect?
It is not.
That would be a 7.
I told you so.
You begin to hear mutterings. And they start further away and they grow closer and closer and closer. And you hear one of them very clearly. The mist. It whispers secrets. But they aren't mine. Who am I? Roll me a d20, please.
17.
17. Give me a memory of when you were 17.
"17." Emrys probably would have been boarding his first ship, leaving the mainland. Probably chartered work with a guard somewhere or a guard captain to find some sort of evildoer's nest and infiltrate and find information.
Would you say that this memory is connected to a some sort of ability, maybe persuasion or sleight of hand?
I would say most likely deception, if he's
Deception?
infiltrating somewhere.
Okay. You feel something pull from you. And it's like you never had it, this ability to grease palms. If you have proficiency with deception, it is gone.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Outside
Oh.
mist, what are we doing?
William's staring daggers at Nina.
Grendel is just
Alright.
trying to make sure Nina's okay.
He can't shake that fucking memory. He's just like, I fucking know you.
She's a really nice lady, and her and Emrys have the most adorable
Oh,
little boy.
that wasn't out loud. That was just William mentally saying, I fucking know this woman. She definitely threatened my life for a moment.
Can Grendel do an insight check to see if William, and granted it's probably not going to pass, but to see if William is like not having good vibes with this woman?
Sure.
It's probably not. It's probably. I would say it's a low DC. Like,
Yeah. He's just sitting there going,
just like
That was a 19 minus 2 for 17. So
clearly,
so Grendel this whole
Clearly.
time is
William does not trust Nina right now.
so like this whole time Grendel is just kind of like noticing the awkward vibe, especially when William brought up that Nina brought a knife to his throat, and she's just like, Nina is a very nice lady, and her and Emrys have the most adorable son. That's who we're trying to find right now. Not right,
Right.
now is not the
Yeah.
time to be a grumpy pants. She
Yeah,
doesn't have a
right.
knife to your throat right now, so why
Right,
don't we
right.
all play nice?
Okay. Right. Oh, you stopped. All right. I think it's best that we follow in pursuit of Emrys before he gets himself completely fucking lost in that mist.
I agree.
I know I would get lost, but I get lost anywhere I go.
Before we enter this mist, we need to.
Should we hold
ensure-
hands? We should hold
No,
hands.
That won't be enough. I don't think. From what I've heard about this mist so far,
21. I rolled a 16 to 17.
how many of us have rope?
I have rope. I got 50 feet of it. I think is 50 a number? I can only count past 4.
Shit.
It is. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, it must be a big one.
I have the
Bigger
same
than
rope.
100.
And we don't have any more sending stones, so I can't fucking hand out any sending stones. Oh wait, no, didn't we buy a pair, a working pair?
You bought
Yes,
those,
I
yeah.
don't remember who has it. I think you haven't currently given it to anybody unless you gave
Right.
it to Emrys before he left out.
Oh, I did give it to Emrys. Yeah, I did give. No, I gave it to you because you went back to go fetch Shoe. So you have the other pair.
Yes. So yeah.
So
I do have the talking rock.
okay, we need to travel in pairs. Xenia, I think you should travel with me because I already had a knife against my throat from that fucker over there. They can ride with Grendel.
Makes you
Come
feel
on,
any
Nina,
happier
you can
when
hold
you
my
would
hand,
not be the
or
first
are we
time we're
going
working with someone we fought against with before? So
It's just a precaution, all right? I'd rather not have another knife against my throat. For the
Nina,
moment.
you're not going to put a knife against my throat, right?
No.
See,
That's
she's
neither here,
We're all
neither here nor there. Grendel, you have a sending stone. I have a sending stone. We need to travel in pairs if we're going to enter this mist, because I have, from the reports that have been given so far, the likeliness of us getting separated is very likely.
So are
So-
we taking the mounts with us, or are we walking? Because if we take the mounts with us, we will have to risk that insurance policy we had to sign.
I bought these things. They're ours now.
Oh, so if they die, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Xenia looks horrified.
Grendel immediately is like, I didn't mean not like that. I.
All right. Focus. All right.
Yes, sir.
Grendel, Nina, tie yourselves together with your rope. Xenia, take the other end of my rope and tie yourself to it.
Ooh,
Hold
bondage.
hands if you want to.
Let's stick together. This will at least try to keep us connected in some way.
And if we lose each other, we use the talking rocks, correct?
Use the hangman's knot, not a bow line knot. Hangman's knot.
Hangman's knot, like
I
the
got
one
it.
that they use at the gallows, or
Exactly.
I got it.
like the noose. It's like the death necklace that Papa would talk about.
Nina's got it. All right.
Okay.
In this moment, yeah, William will tie one end of his rope around his waist using the hangman's knot. Xenia, you've trained with William for a little bit. You should
Yes, I was
know how
going to
do
say
it.
he would do you very proud because he would have already tied at his end. Exactly.
I like it. Yeah, thinking that he needs to go help you out, he turns around, sees you're already, the knot's already perfectly taut. I'm like, all right, got it. Well done. All right, stick together. If we get lost, use the sending stones. But the center of the mist is where we're heading. If we do get separated, just make for the center of the island, of the mist.
Nina, I'm gonna have to have you be the guide because I'm not good with my lefts or rights.
It's fine. I'll help you through.
Okay.
All right.
Knowing that Emrys took off at quite a fast speed, Xenia is going to look through the tracks where he had disturbed the underbrush.
Mock Jesus.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Can you provide overhead line of sight with your beasts, Xenia?
Not in a fog like this. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
That is just my instinct.
That's fine. All right, we'll work with what we got. All right, mount up. Let's move out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And with that, she's gonna grab Nina's hand and slowly kind of follow. So how tall is Nina?
That's a great question.
She's pretty short. She's like 5'6", I would
Because
say.
Grendel's 7 feet tall, so
Oh my god. So I'm like this.
yeah.
It's very much comparable to Nina holding Finn's hand.
Yeah.
I feel like Nina probably would just be grabbing onto Grendel's pinky, and Grendel is like okay with her pinky getting slightly dislocated, like with her being so short. But she's also used to holding like her girlfriend Helene's hand. And how tall is Helene?
Looking 5'2" on a good day when she's not wearing heels.
So yeah, I feel like Grendel would be used to holding like the hand of shorter individuals, and like she was also raised by halflings, so I feel like she would be able to adjust to this. But Nina might just be like feeling like her arms getting dislocated.
A little bit. She's fine though because she'll at least feel a little more safe with you right next to her.
How tall is the fog? Is it?
It encompasses everything.
It encompasses everything.
As you step in.
So I'm guessing like putting Nina on a higher like point wouldn't really do anything. I'm guessing
You wouldn't be popping her head out of the mist.
Here comes a saving throw. Oh god. I got my die ready.
Wait. Oh shit, are we making saving throws?
So you all walk in, correct?
Yeah.
And you're on the mounts, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're on the mounts?
Does that mean does that mean the mounts would have to make saving throws as well?
Mm-hmm. I'm making those for them now.
Oh god.
You walk in a ways.
We're gonna
Begin
lose
to
control of these things.
Attempt to walk in a straight line. I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
I get advantage.
Oh.
16.
17. Oh god, it wasn't terrible.
So that's a 8 minus 2 for 6.
I hate my life right now. I hate my life.
The same thing happens. These distant whispers begin to grow closer and closer and closer and closer. Nina. Faces in the fog. Familiar yet strange. They asked me who I was. I couldn't answer. Xenia. You think you'll remember, but then it all just slips away like sand through your fingers. William. It's like drowning in your own thoughts, but the thoughts aren't yours anymore. Everyone roll me a d20.
Except me, because I've already done it.
You have already done it. We'll get to you here in a second.
Cool.
I got a 5.
Where was that fucking roll earlier? Fuck.
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing with that damn wisdom throw.
Who am I missing? Am I missing anybody? Am I? William got a 15. Venom got a 17. Then you got a 12. You got a 5. Perfect. Thank you. Mina, give me a memory from when you were 5.
Memory when I was 5. I remember my father gifted me on my birthday my very first dagger, and he took me out and he showed me how to sharpen it.
You no longer have proficiency with weapons.
Fantastic.
William, when you were 15.
I hate this already. No. Boarding school. He failed one of his tests in school, and his father is currently scolding him. It was along the lines of military dress code, drill and ceremony. He failed the proper technique of the commands of dress right dress, what that meant, and so forth. Just basic military command. He failed the test by like 3 points.
What skill would you say that falls under?
Shit. Let's be fair here. What's the equivalence of leadership? What would be the equivalence of leadership in D&D? See, that's why I love Star Wars, because Star Wars has leadership ability. I guess, probably persuasion, but I don't have proficiency with persuasion. So, let's... History. His ability to recall this information, I guess, would probably be the most affected.
You forget your formative years, those things between 8 to 15, all those lessons that were taught, all that discipline begins to slip away from you. Xenia, memory from when you were 12 and what you learned from that.
The mist suddenly feels more like a cloying smoke of incense in his lungs. And he remembers that really bad winter when he was 12, bedridden with fever. They thought he was going to die. But he didn't. And I think that would have been the first time his, I think it's the half-orc resilience kicked in.
Your hit point maximum will drop by 9. You begin to forget what it is to hold up against sickness, that very essence of survival, that instinct to live begins to slip away.
We're in the
Grendel.
thick of it now, boys.
You're 17. Give me a memory.
Oh man. When did Grendel and Helene meet?
I feel like when we were like 10, 12-ish, like kind of younger kids, perhaps.
You're gonna take away one of their dates? Oh no.
Well, so I would feel, of course, the memory Grendel is going to have, just because she is always on her mind, is the times where Helene sat down with her and was teaching her how to break down certain herbs and to make certain smells, but also like certain herbal remedies and tinctures to help with, like, because Grendel, she's not the smartest when it comes to like combining medicine, but she knows plants very well, and she is just thinking about those times where Helene would be like, so we're going to take this flower and we're going to take this flower and this herb and we're going to mix it together, and this is going to help with a tummy ache. And it's like, I feel like this would be just those memories of the time that Grendel only listened really and processed things, was how Helene took the patience to sit down and explain them to her and show them to her. And that would probably be like one of the big memories she's thinking about.
Do you have proficiency with nature?
I have proficiency in medicine and nature. Or no, just medicine.
Just medicine.
Yeah. And survival, if that does anything.
Yeah. So these recipes that you have memorized and really paid attention to with Helene, you're walking through this mist on this mount, and you just kind of, there's really nothing to see. So you're busying your mind with other things. It's like, oh yeah, that goes with this goes with that.
ADHD brain hitting full force. Got it. Yeah.
And then they begin to scramble, and you're going, no, wormwood goes with not wheatgrass. And you're trying to, I just had it. Oh, but what was it? And these different things, this knowledge that you have begins to slip away.
I would say, like, in the memory, as she's watching Helene explain these plants, her voice suddenly just becomes more muffled, and the more she's watching this, she can't even hear what is no longer coming out of Helene's mouth. She is just again watching her facial features, trying to just remember Helene, and slowly losing that knowledge that Helene gave her as the scene goes into silence in her mind.
Emrys, what do you do?
Do I get a general sense for the direction of the center?
With your high perception, you are able to orient yourself just enough to go, I came in from that direction. If you made any turns, you remember which way you went. So the middle should be in this direction. You have a good sense that it should be here.
I will. Do I get it? Like, did I see this place from the outside? Did I see the vastness of it?
Yes.
Can I do some kind of calculation in my mind to be like, okay, the outer edge, it has clearly like a radius of like this much.
Yeah. It kind of starts towards the bottom of a larger mountain and progresses around, encompassing probably a quarter of this island.
So it's spreading around corners then, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With it being that big, Emrys will travel exactly 800 feet toward the center.
Okay. Make another
This
wisdom
minute.
saving throw for me.
Oh God.
Why are you doing this to me, dice?
Dice jail. Dice
That'll be a
jail.
9, and I'm not rolling that one on that anymore.
Through this whole scene, essentially, of you orienting yourself and moving around, it's incredibly distracting because you have all these dissonant just whispers, almost unintelligible all around you. And as you move forward, you progress, another one comes to mind. I missed. It took something. But what? Roll a d20 for me.
5.
Emrys, you no longer know your own name.
Oh, shit.
Do I still remember why I'm here?
You remember why you're here.
And it
But
doesn't
you
matter.
don't remember yourself.
Emrys knows that there are things missing. And he just closes his eyes and says, I don't know who hears this. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about the thing at the center of this. Help me find my son. I will do anything you ask. And that's going to be his turn. He's out of haste. He'll have to cast it again.
Okay.
And the lethargy takes over. So for like a solid 6 seconds, he's just going to be...
Meanwhile, all of the whispers continue as the mist swirls around you. Nina, Xenia, Grendel, and William, give me those wisdom saving throws. What do you want to do before that happens? Do you want to progress, or are there any actions you would like to take?
We haven't been separated or anything like that yet. We're still riding together.
Not currently. You still feel the ties that you've made tight, and as people are moving, they kind of pull to one side or the other. But you can't see past your face. Everything is just thick, and you're moving on.
So we can't even see our hand. Can't even see our hand.
Yeah, you hold your hand up, and you just
fuck.
Yeah. You bring it to your face, and you can feel your face, and barely see it while you're touching it yourself.
Yeah.
But not anything
Turning
past that.
Turning to Xenia, knowing I can't see him, but out of any of us, he's going to be the one that has some way of being able to like guide us in some way. Xenia, can you sense anything? This fog is too thick. I'm useless in this moment.
There's still things I can go about this. I will cast my first spell, which is just to get a sense of what's going on. I would like to detect evil and good within a 30 feet circumference around us. I want to see if it's like a malicious effect.
As you cast the spell, it radiates. What would Evil and good is a type of creature, correct?
He
is
sends
it-
for the location of any aberration, celestial, elemental, fiend, fey, or undead within 50 feet. He also sends when the Hallow spell is active, if so, and where. Because I don't have detect magic, this is just Xenia trying to
Yeah.
sense if there is a malicious creature that is causing this.
The only
Hold on.
thing that you find is William. Are you riding with him or to the side?
Probably ahead of him.
Ahead of him? Yeah, behind you. And you look behind and oh, that's where the voice came from, about that far away. But as far as the mist, trying to detect this evil and good, and it is neither. It is pure neutrality.
Okay. I cast Shut Up.
Silence.
He says that I'm trying to think. And he casts silence.
I like it.
It's 20 feet, so if Grendel and Nina happen to be beside us from when we ventured forward, they would also be encapsulated in that.
You could have just asked him to take out a sniper.
Yeah, save yourself a fucking spell slot, and William just pulls out the sniper. Call it a day.
It's only a 5 foot. It's only a 5 foot circle.
Mhm.
Only encapsulates himself.
That's
Which I mean, I guess
What we
could
want.
work for Xenia.
Like, if you guys are sharing the same mount, like I'm pretty sure that would conclude for a 5-foot radius for 2 people. Like huggles are definitely an option.
Only one wielded.
And Xenia's casting this because of the whispers and the voices, which reminds him of when we had the Hydra situation to deal with when this was affected.
Oh, that's a smart fucking move! Ah, Xenia's such a genius.
Isn't he? He's baby.
We would all be dead without Xenia, I swear.
Make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, please, Xenia.
Disadvantage.
Everyone else give me your wisdom saving throws, please.
I got a 15
man.
wisdom for 17 minus 2 for Grendel.
I got 19.
Or are we rolling again? This would be the third time we're rolling a wisdom save, or is this the
Second time. I'm
Okay,
just
so yeah,
doing-
second time was a
yeah.
15 for
I
Grendel.
just want to give you guys a chance to do some actions or do something like this.
Forget more.
Grendel can't
Speaks directly into your minds.
smash.
As an 11 at disadvantage.
Oh God.
Is it only
Must be-
Xenia who's rolling at disadvantage?
Just Xenia, yes.
Okay.
They tried to circumvent the whispers.
Try to silence the voices. The voices silence you.
No.
And this is why you're on the team, Xenia.
Where is that? All right, I have everybody's. Xenia got 11. William got 14.
I'll try to lose the ability to cast that spell. Oh no.
Mm.
It's my favorite spell.
It is. It's gotten a lot of people out of stuff.
Silence is coming clutch this whole
okay.
campaign.
He gets overstimulated.
William, go ahead and roll me a d20.
God damn it.
Let's see.
That's. I am not rolling
Okay.
high at all today, which is.
And
I mean,
Nina, if
right
I
now
could
is
get
good.
your wisdom saving throw, and Grendel 17 minus 2 was Grendel. Perfect.
Yeah, Grendel got a 15. So does Grendel need to roll a d20?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d20. I'm sorry, Nina, I didn't hear what your wisdom saving throw was.
19.
19. Very good.
This save is pretty fucking high, bud. What are you trying to do to us?
Funny.
I'm scared.
Okay. Xenia, as you cast this spell, this area of effect, you feel it. Normally a spell has plenty of room to just, it's there. This one and pushes against the mist until the outside of it is reached. And as the maximum width of that spell gets there, a memory flashes before your eyes. Not one of your own. You feel as though you're in a different body. This is like a memory of a sunlit tavern, just as the sun sets, filled with laughter, their own voice mingling in with the dear friends and warm ales clinking, stories flying fast. Faces are blurry, but one laugh rings clear. A friend's, maybe a lover's, but you know that it's someone now who is long gone. This joyous laughter plays over and over and over, each time fading until only the ache of an empty seat remains. William, you rolled an 8.
Yep.
Roll that again, because the memories from
yeah.
8
From 8, it was already lost.
8 to 15 were already lost, yes.
Oh, God, it got even younger. 3.
3. You came in here with 3 people. Who were they again? I swear, one was tall, one was shorter, and one was about my height. But who were they? Grendel. Rolled a 16. Your 16th birthday. Your halfling parents got you something very special. They made a great effort. It was a bad year. Crops didn't grow very well. A few of the batches got spoiled by rats or didn't have enough sugar or yeast for it to actually ferment correctly, and they had to dispatch some of that. They gave you something very special. The smiles on their faces were everything that day. Their faces began to blur as they slip from your memory.
So does Grendel not remember her parents?
Her halfling parents, yes.
Oh my god.
They might be replaced with Iris and Gormond. That is up to you.
Does she still feel like the feelings and stuff and like feel the memories that her halfling parents gave her? Or are those gone too?
Those are all replaced with Gormond and Iris. An entire life with your orc father and your elven mother.
Oh my god. Grendel starts having these memories all replaced with Ormond and Iris, as they seem so familiar to her, but at the same time there's something that just feels off.
Mm-hmm.
And she remembers Ormond and Iris as like her birth parents, but she doesn't remember, like she doesn't feel, it feels like there was 2 different very puzzle pieces from 2 completely different puzzles being shoved together to make a singular piece, and something is just not fitting. And Grendel, as she sits there and is wondering like, why does this feel so off, she can't help but just kind of get a little bit of like emotional, being like, why does this not feel right? This feels this she can't quite pinpoint it, but she knows that this isn't how it's supposed to be, but there's nothing that she can that's there to fix it with. There's not her halfling parents to replace the puzzle piece with. It is just she's confused, and it feels like her life more feels like a dream that she can't control anymore. She is utterly confused and disoriented at this point. Oh God, did I say something wrong? Why did your face make that face?
This is I don't like doing this, but it's advancing the plot. So here we go.
Roll with it, Chris. You got this, baby.
It's okay. We'll be fine. Our character is probably not so
We'll hug
much.
at the end. We'll hug at the end.
The GPK will be epic.
We've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and then somehow got like a red-eye fucking flight back from that vacation. Okay, buddy?
Grendel, the voice that comes to you, are you inside that 20-foot?
As long as DM deems so, yes.
All right.
So she hears nothing.
And William is in there as well. So everyone's in there. Very well.
We're all in the quiet bubble.
Nina, go ahead and roll me that d20.
Fuck, a 19 didn't do it. All right.
That's a 1.
No.
1. Fuck D&D Beyond tonight, Jesus Christ.
You know that you're traveling with 3 other people in here. You know you're on your mount. You know your name is Nina. But looking around, this place is unfamiliar. And you find yourself thinking, what am I doing here?
She's lost the plot. No.
Emrys.
What do you want? I'm continuing on toward the center.
Toward the center.
Do I feel like I'm getting close?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Come on. Okay, 9 plus 5. 14.
You feel like you're going in the right direction, continuing your path. And as you do, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Don't fuck me. You want the good news? It's a natural 1.
Sir, that is not good news.
It's good for him.
You progress forward, hoping that the party behind you is closing in. I didn't come in here with anyone. I didn't come in here with anyone at all. I came in here by myself to save Finn, Grendel, Nina, Xenia, William. You have one focus, one goal. Finn. As you push forward.
How close do I feel like I am to the center?
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Because I'm running full tilt. Not great.
What's that d20 roll?
It's a 4.
4. You're moving forward, running at full speed. And something freezes you in time. And you are feeling like you're in a different body. Sitting at a roaring fire. Mounts resting to one side. Meat on the spit. There's weight of trust in the words that seem to be coming from you. I'll come back for you, no matter what. But you know that they never did. The memory of that person's eyes they were talking to, hopeful and full of trust, returns to your vision again and again, alongside the knowledge of a promise broken and the feeling that they'll never know if they were forgiven and no chance to make it up. As you return to yourself and move forward. William, Xenia, Nina, Grendel, Mounts. What would you like to do, if anything? If not, we'll progress.
At this point, William's getting uneasy and is going to... I mean, he's completely forgotten who these people are that are with him. So he's going to light a torch.
Just like high beams on a fog-ridden morning, thick fog, it reflects back at you, almost blinding. No shadows cast. No further.
He'll throw it ahead.
Vision. And it fades into the mist. As you progress forward, you feel heat from beneath you. Meanwhile, your mount becomes more unsteady. The sounds, you're in the silent area, so you can't really hear it, but its body language is becoming more agitated, as if it doesn't want you on it. And this is both of them. Go ahead and roll me, whoever's writing.
Animal handling.
Animal handling checks, yes, perfect.
So
It's a 23.
I think it would be Grendel probably riding the mount if she was originally riding it. So
Yeah, whoever's piloting the mount for sure. Yep.
Okay, all right.
18,
18 for Williams.
Is animal handling a charisma check?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Is wisdom check, so I do get advantage on animal handling?
Wisdom saving throws.
Oh, just wisdom
Not checks.
saving throws. Okay, not checks. My bad. Oh, that's pretty solid. That's a 19 plus, you said animal handling. Where'd that be at? Oh, a 19 plus 2 for a dirty 21.
Very nice. Very nice.
I forgot. She's pushing animal handling.
As these mounts begin to get more agitated and move around, you are both able to successfully more calm them down. Although moving forward, they are a little bit more fidgety.
Yeah.
Looking one way and the other.
Seeing that William realizes that at this point they will become more of a liability than a help. He's going to dismount and turn the beast the other direction and send him back the way we came on its own. He just
Okay.
slaps his hide and sends it off.
If William, sorry, go ahead.
We can't see each other, so you don't know that William's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And William doesn't know you.
It begins
Yeah,
to
exactly.
and as it exits the 20-foot radius of this silent spell, you hear the clacking of the claws against the ground for a few moments. Just 1, 2, and then cut. Done. No more.
Grendel, upon seeing this animal, with her animal handling check, would she be able to tell that this animal is obviously agitated, getting a little bit antsy? So,
Sure, yeah.
what Grendel is going to do is that, is there, like, whether it be like an insight or an animal handling check of some sort, maybe see if the animal is either drawn to someplace or is trying to run away from someplace. Is it trying to run away in the opposite direction? Or does it seem like it's sensing something that we're not picking up?
It's mostly just trying to get you off of it at this point.
Okay.
If you want some kind of meta knowledge to go into it, they are forgetting their training, their riding training. They're becoming more feral. Yeah, reverting to that feralness. But you're still able to. It's still agitated. It still doesn't really like what's going on, but you are maintaining control of the beast with that animal handling check. You calm it down in some form or fashion, and you're still able to ride it for the moment. Yes.
And Grendel is still aware of Nina and who Nina is, correct? The only people she's really forgotten currently is her halfling parents. Okay.
Right.
First, she will turn back and go to speak to Nina, only to realize that nothing is coming out as she's speaking. So
I'd be doing the same thing too.
So what Grendel is going to do is she's going to kind of like she's like, oh, I guess the whoosh magic has started again. Like that's what's going on in her brain, and she kind of like motions for Nina to get down as she keeps a hold of the reins, and she makes. Are we like so? How you had mentioned this fog before? Like William couldn't even see in front of his hand in front of his face, correct? Yeah. Okay. I guess the only thing Grundle would do is just kind of follow along the neck of the beast, trying to see how it's reacting. And then once she reaches the side of the head, she's going to see if it's jerking in any sort of particular situation, because I feel like animals would either know their way out of here, and if they're going to go in the opposite direction that they came, Grendel's going to disregard that and let it flee. But if it is feeling like if it's feeling like there is a danger or something towards another direction as to why it's going to be going in the opposite direction, Grendel will try and take note of that. I don't know what you want me to roll for that, if it would be like an insight, animal handling, or like a survival check.
There we go. Survival would be good, yeah.
Survival, okay. I almost threw my dice in my salsa.
Be a spicy D20.
Spicy dice.
That's an 18 plus 2, so I guess it spiced it up enough for a dirty girl 20.
Absolutely.
Pamela Anderson 20.
And you're trying to deduce if the creature is headed directly behind you or in front or to the side as it takes off.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, you're trying to deduce which direction it's running off to.
Pretty much like where she's trying to deduce like not only where it's wanting to run off to, but what direction the threat that it's trying to run from may be. Like what is it so paranoid about? What direction is it wanting to avoid?
Okay. As it runs off, it goes outside of the 20-foot radius again, and you hear the of this particular creature. And as it's headed just to the right of you, but then the sound goes more in front, and then it goes behind you, and then further away to your right. It's kind of zigzagging all over the place as it's running around trying to find its way out, making noises all throughout this time that you can't hear. But you hear. Oh, you wouldn't really. It's fine. We'll break the spell for this so that you can try to figure out which way it's going. You would hear it zigzag for a moment, and then nothing.
Grendel, if like the last thing that she hears is it trailing behind her, she would probably keep going. She would probably go directly in the direction that it first ran forward off to, before it circled back around behind her, and she will kind of like take the rope, kind of gently tug it to make sure Nina is still near her, and reach out to grab, like maybe pat Nina on the head as she's trying to grab her hand.
Okay. Did we already do wisdom saving throws for this round?
That was
Not for this
that
round.
was following.
Before
doing-
we Zenya's sort of just going through his senses. Was there any change in the whispers at all with that spell cast?
Yes. So the whispers are inaudible at this time for you. The feeling of the mist, that paranoia building, is still there, but you're not getting the feedback from the voices swirling in the mist.
Zenya is going to go through each one of his senses, starting with the fact that he shut off his hearing. He's going to try and close his eyes so he doesn't see the mist and see if that makes any difference whatsoever. He's essentially trying to get an idea of what this spell is affecting and how. This is not his first rodeo for magical trap, so he's sort of just trying to feel out what the situation is.
Okay.
What the fuck is this shit?
So you're trying to use smell or just vibe check at this point?
I mean, bit of both, I guess. Smell plays into it. But yes, he's essentially trying to see, is the spell affecting me because I'm looking at the mist, in which case he's going to close his eyes? Is it affecting us because of the voices, in which case I cast silence?
Gotcha.
Like, that's what he's sort of like cancelling out.
That helps a lot. Thank you. As you close your eyes, that unsettling prickle up your spine, that almost animalistic instinct to know that something is wrong, still persists.
I think we would continue until we're sort of past the boundary of the silence spell, in which the whispers would resume.
Okay.
To which he would call out, "You must be so lonely if you are luring others here and taking what memories bring them joy."
As you say this, and the whispers begin to once again come from further away, and the loudest one hits you. The mist is empty. Like me. Go ahead and roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy. Here we go.
And you asked, where are you?
20. Yeah. And that's a 21.
Very nice.
Everybody forget yourself.
So is this everyone making wisdom saving throws again?
Yeah.
Third round. Yep.
Yay. Fun.
Damn it.
And you asked, where are you?
Ooh.
Here. And then behind you, over there. In front of you once again. I am where I need to be, I think. And the voice dissipates. William.
Yeah, lay it on me.
such a fantastic trap, isn't it, William?
Something that I'm not going to be able to fucking beat because I have a +1 in wisdom saves.
I got +2, and that's because I've got a ring
talk
on.
shit. Grendel has advantage on wisdom saves, but gets a -2.
What
I
gives you
can't
advantage
win.
on him?
Voice comes to you.
I have a ring.
Oh.
I became nothing. A shadow in the fog. And for the first time, you see the mist swirl and a face appear and disappear. Nina. I saw you. I saw myself. Or what I thought was myself. But it wasn't me. It never was. Grendel. Names. Names. What are the names? I had a thought, but it's gone. All gone.
What names are you looking for? Grendel is actively responding to the voices as they're talking to her. She's listening and she goes, well, what names are you trying to find? There's a lot of names. There's Amy, there's Adam, there's Emrys, there is Lily.
You begin to pronounce these names, and they are repeated in the mist, in the fog. Adam, Emrys. All the ones you have listed bounce back to you, essentially, just moving around in the mist.
Yes, those are names. Do any of those sound like the ones you're looking for?
Just these distant whispers as they begin to swirl once again. Let's see. Nina. Xenia.
This time, William has both Ephara and Nadia drawn. Right, like on edge.
I knew someone a long time ago, but I can't remember who it was. Everyone roll me a d20, please.
Not even a 21.
Come on, a 21?
That would be a natural 20 for a 20.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
I'm the worst fucking thing ever.
I don't know either. That's what makes it horrifying about these D20 rolls. Chris?
I got a 16.
So far, I've been losing all my younger memories, which is terrifying.
William the Great.
Yeah.
The great what? As you have your pistols out.
I just
You
forgot.
forgot who you are.
You got it. Fucking kidding me.
Xenia. Another voice comes to you. In the mist. Your thoughts are like drops in an ocean. How many beasts do you have?
Oh, man.
Like that I can call?
Yes.
That I can go? Well, there's Derza, who's out right now. That's Vakipin. There's Dora, that's my dinosaur cat. She's good for sensory modulation. She's got very fluffy and spiky hair. There's Kier, there's the Death Crest ape. There's Ravi, that's my Bufflewump. We haven't seen him in a while. And then there's Amaruk. That is 5 plus 6, which is Vimanta I have not yet summoned.
Roll me a d6, please.
You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
No, there's a.
What was it?
That was a 1.
Mm-hmm.
There goes my flying owlbear.
Your faithful companion slips from your memory, along with the ability to summon it. The recollection of that time, that first time that you summoned your keeping. I'm not sure at which age, maybe 7 was what you rolled on your d20. It was the first little thing. It's grown up with you. This little, not as fluffy keeping, just bare feathers for the most part, just kind of walking around. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I got a question for William. I know I forgot everything about myself, but do I still remember the names of my ladies?
These are my
Please?
ladies.
Please tell me I
No.
still remember. Oh no!
You have pistols in your hand. They are almost unrecognizable. I mean, it makes sense how they function the way you're holding them in your hand. But at this point, they're just metal and wood to you.
Zenya feels inexplicably lonely, and he can't figure out why, in a way that he has not felt since he was a child, and that was even surrounded by other people.
Nina.
Yes.
Give me another memory. I'm 16.
I'm 16.
How old were we when we met? How old were you when we met? I was. It was 4 years ago. So I'm 22 now.
So how old is Nina?
That's the question. Are you younger than me?
I would say, yeah.
Then probably that memory.
That's what it would be.
Treading dangerous waters here.
Yep. That is what it would be the day that I met Emrys. The day I looked into his eyes.
Oh god.
And I knew.
Killing me.
Smash.
Killing me.
The day you thwacked me over the head with a goddamn club.
Nina's known for her introductions.
A little chuckle comes across your face as you remember that for the last time. Emerson's green eyes are the last thing that fades as that memory is gone too. Shit. Someone roll me a D100, please.
I'll do it. I'm upset.
Roll good, Zenya.
I feel like Zenya's had the best out of all of us so far.
31.
51.
51?
It could be it.
31.
3. 31. 31.
31. Okay.
I'm upset.
Emrys, you trudge forward, fairly sure that you are headed in the right direction.
This isn't working. I need help. I need some kind of guidance, please. Someone. Help me. And he just stands and listens.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm going to roll my green dice because I feel like you're being toxic. Oh, that was good. 20... 21.
Yeah.
Voices once again close in. The mist reflects what you fear to lose. The more you fear, the more it takes. Roll me a d20, please.
7. We know what memory that is. Flame. His mother's face. The look of betrayal. His father's anger.
There is a weight lifted off of you, Emrys. Not the way you would want it. But somewhere deep inside you, you no longer fear fire. You no longer have that scarring moment hovering over you. It never happened. William, Xenia, Nina, Grendel. Your ropes that held tension have fallen limp.
Even while we're still... no, yeah, we're no longer on our mounts anymore. I forgot about that.
Right. I'm happy.
Can we roll like an insight check to see if we notice?
He's
do.
He's telling us just now that we're noticing.
You do. The rope hits your thigh, and if you were to go to the end of it, it is disconnected from anything else.
Cut? Unraveled?
Oh no.
Untied?
Unraveled in the middle between the two.
Do we remember why we had those ropes connected to us?
Mm-hmm. To stay together.
Grendel's gonna start like gathering the rope to see if Nina is at the end of it.
William still remembers why we're in this mist. Does he still remember his deal with Caliban, who he's worshipped all these years?
There is something deep inside you that, yes, Caliban is a memory that still persists.
But he also still remembers Maella and Arendor. He doesn't remember himself, but he remembers his mission. So he, dropping the rope, continues to push forward, calling out, Arendor, Maella, Caliban, whoever's listening. I don't remember who I am. I don't remember the people that are with me, but I fear if we stay here any longer, we'll lose El aspects of ourselves. We need guidance. We need direction. You can help us. Give us a sign. Something. Before it's too late. He keeps repeating that to himself as he pushes forward.
And your saving throw was
Fucking fuck! I just cannot win!
the voices once again swirl and come in close. And the loudest one rings through. A mind is a fragile thing. In the mist, it crumbles like ancient stone. Resist and you become the dust beneath your feet. Roll me a d20.
God damn it, that's not what I wanted.
Is it safe to say that your jewel of the sovereign slips away and you no longer remember who you are, but even what you had?
Yeah.
Xenia. Voices return once again. To enter the mist is to dance with oblivion. Fight the rhythm, and it will consume you. Nina, Grendel, I need your wisdom saving throws, please.
How do you wish to dance?
Roll me a d20.
16 on wisdom for the Grendels.
Lucky number 7 on the d20.
Oh my god.
Do we need to also roll our d20s as well?
How many siblings do you have, Xenia?
That's a good question. Let me count.
30,000.
How many will you be remembering by the end of this?
Funny you should say that. Xenia is the youngest of 7.
You forget who you are.
This fucking...
Your name, gone. Nina. Yours comes with a hollow voice. When the mist asks who you are, answer in silence, or be silenced forever.
Ooh.
Roll me a d20, and Grendel was 16.
So do I need to roll a d20?
You've already done that as far as the wisdom saving throw. Let me see.
Oh no, the wisdom saving throw was a 16.
Right. Let's see.
Nina got another 16.
And I just rolled a 16 on that 20.
Perfect.
We're just not doing good today, guys.
No.
Go ahead and re-roll that d20 because that was already taken from you.
Okay.
Grendel, yours is what you hold most dear becomes the mist's feast. Release it, and the hunger no longer will follow you.
Sir, what are you saying exactly?
We need to surrender. We have to surrender to the mist.
So has this thing, okay,
We have to surrender to the mist.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
please repeat what you just said exactly.
What you
Is
hold
this what's being
dear
said to her, or is
becomes
this
yes. What you hold
okay?
most dear becomes the mist's feast. Release it, and the hunger goes away.
We have to surrender ourselves entirely to the mist. Find our way through.
So you were saying that this mist is telling us to release the memories and the people that we hold dear in order to surrender that in order for us to get through this mist?
Yes, that's your interpretation. Then there you go.
Oh, fuck. Because if this thing is trying to strip away the memory of Helene, Grendel is fighting that 100%. Because to her existence is for Helene, and if this mist is trying to take that from her,
If you are fighting this, make another wisdom saving throw, just straight, because it's a disadvantage and you have advantage.
okay.
So I got a nat 20 on that second roll.
On the
Oh,
d20, on the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not
That is a 12 on that wisdom save.
Okay. I'll get to you, Grendel, real quick. Nina, it's a nearly impossible thing to forget. And your mind pulls and tugs between this entity and your own heart. You forget the birth of your child.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Welcome to the game.
Fuck.
I'm writing you a 3-page apology after this. Yeah, I will stay up till 3 a.m.
After hearing the voices saying surrender to the mists,
We'll get it around to Emrys. Yeah, cool. Emrys.
Emerson is noticing the pattern of everything he is afraid of losing, he's losing. So he stands up, but he empties his mind of everything. Finn, everything. And he just walks forward, just letting instinct guide him.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Closes his eyes and just lets go. 14.
Hang on.
fuck.
Who would be an important person to Emrys? Mother, obviously. Is there anyone else?
Left, we got Nina and Finn. He doesn't give a shit about his father.
A vision of your mother appears in the fog. But not her voice coming out as her mouth moves, as they move around you slowly.
As I said, he has his eyes closed. He's walking forward. He's not paying attention.
You feel a cold touch on your shoulder.
Tries very hard to ignore it.
Only those who surrender to the unknown leave with their minds, son. fight here and you'll be lost forever. Roll me a d20.
Oh, it's 11. It rolled out of the box.
Give me another memory. 11. That would be when you were part of...
Learning both Aquan and Terran from the spirits in the forest.
So those spells associated with Aquan and Terran are taken from you. Holding everything outside your mind, just emptying and trying to just focus on moving. Even so, things continue. You begin to feel yourself become more lethargic, each step a little slower, each movement almost like your joints are beginning to ache. William, before we went to Emers's turn, you wanted to do something.
The repeated mentioning of surrender, continued resistance will only cause us to lose more. He collapses to his knees. You won't surrender. You'll have it. Take it all. Take
Make a
everything.
wisdom saving throw.
I willingly fail.
Very well. Everything that's left, you feel begin to drain from you. The mist parts slowly, just enough for you to see yourself become a specter, a glowing outline, and you disappear. We'll come around to what else happens when it's your turn. Xenia.
I don't like this. And Xenia is speaking out loud. He says, I don't like this. And is he still hearing the voices?
Just whispers.
Or surrender to oblivion?
Make a wisdom saving throw. Is that what you say? You surrender to oblivion?
No, he says, because he has words. He's saying he does not like this. He's still hearing the voices saying surrender to oblivion. To which he responds, all that I am may be lost now. All that I was is still remembered by those beyond this mist. Perhaps whatever prompted you to create such an enchantment, that holds true. Whatever you were before oblivion. But I suppose, if this is to be the end, I'll see you soon. And he listens more closely to the voices, which is the exact thing he was told never to do by his mother.
I don't like this.
The same thing comes to you. Remember not who you were, for the mist will rewrite you forget, give in, and you might just leave.
Would I be able to make a final insight before sort of giving in? He's trying to see if this is almost like a test. Like there's an edge to these voices that is trying to be helpful, but only to the ones that are the test, that give in to faith.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
That is a 19.
19. The first few voices were lost, mindless, emptied and hollow. These last few voices still have some of themselves there, not quite gone to the mist after who knows how long being here. While the other ones weren't very helpful, just giving mumblings and amping paranoia, perhaps, seeding fear. These ones seem to be trying to help avoid their fate.
Xenia is reminded of will-o-wisps in the old woods, and how some would lead tricksters. Some would be tricksters and lead others down the wrong path. But others still would be helpful, and he's choosing to believe these are the helpful ones and will follow their direction.
Make a wisdom saving throw then.
7.
7. Let's see, we've forgotten who you were. We've forgotten another. Roll me another d6, please.
One.
Roll me again, because that one was already done.
That is a 5.
5. So what's the 5 out of the 6? Amaruk?
Amaru.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
My puppy.
Nina. Is there anything you want to do?
So, vaguely remembering what the mist kind of said to me, it was something along the lines of, when you introduce yourself, do it silently.
Mm-hmm.
So I fall to my knees and just in my mind, I just keep saying my name over and over and over again.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I would just let it happen. I'd willingly fail it.
The mist parts. Cool, tender grass beneath your feet. You don't know where you are. You don't know who people are. There's things missing. And you see yourself turning into a ghostly outline. And you disappear. Grendel.
Yes.
Is there anything you would like to do before your wisdom saving throw?
So I will say, as these entities are, these voices are speaking to Grendel, saying like the only way to make this out is to give up the memories that are most precious to you. Grendel just kind of sits or stands there for a moment. She kind of grips the rope that's loosely been around her as if she's trying to ground herself. And she kind of takes a deep breath, thinking through everything. And out of all the memories that she has lost, the only thing that stays consistent is the face of that little tiefling woman, Helene. And she closes her eyes, just trying everything she can to vividly remember the little mannerisms, the features of her face, her cheekbones, her lips as they moved and talked. And she goes, "If you were to take
what is most precious to me. You can only take it if I go with you. For I am not going anywhere without releasing the memory of the woman I have loved and I have loved even before I even met her. So take me, but make sure I go with the memories of the woman I love and the woman I know I've been fighting for this very moment since she's been taken from me. And she will close her eyes, and the only thing she will think about is her Helene, as any other memories can be stripped from her. She doesn't care. The only thing she wants to remember and even if it takes all of her with it, the only thing she wants to remember is that beautiful face.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
He willingly fails. She doesn't care as long as she gets to still see her Helene.
You're holding this rope. The mist parts around you. And you begin to outline into this ghostly appearance.
Grendel only reaches out, still thinking and imagining Helene in her thoughts, just only wanting to touch her as she follows those memories wherever they may go, to the ends of the earth.
William, Grendel, and Nina have disappeared. Emrys.
Everything I do ends in failure. Everything I try ends in more loss. No more trying. I'm tired. He just drops to his knees. Gives up.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I fail.
The mist parts around you. You see ever so slightly protruding into your space an old, petrified dead tree. Bark just black as night. An arm, a face inside this tree, reaching out, mouth open, as that's the last thing you see before you go into a ghostly appearance and disappear from that space. I think that's where we're going to go to break for now.
Smash!
Diabolical, my dude.
We'll be right back with more Tales of Vardin and Spooky Mist on
Can't
To
wait
Be
for
Diced.
Oh, I love it.
Welcome back, everyone, for our continuation of this episode of Tales of Vardin Into the Mist of Nen-Glair on To Be Diced. Xenia. Who is someone important to you? Someone that you still remember, perhaps. Someone that you trust implicitly. One of your summons, perhaps. Father, mother, aunt, and uncle.
I think
Rico.
honestly, after Doza, it would actually probably be Rico, because Rico is also that one constant that's always with and around him. It probably would be Rico in the most unironic sense, because Xenia does have this bond with his creatures that surpasses most of his humanoid ones.
Let's see, how many have we done? We're like, what, 5 rounds, 6 rounds in at this point?
4. We're going on 4.
4. That's it.
I'll have you snatch all of my people's fucking memories today, Chris.
It's been a lovely TPK, y'all.
Yeah. Rico is nowhere to be seen.
Oh. Oh no.
Xenia will come to a stop whenever he feels a more solid presence that would indicate a tree, and sort of lean against that to find some sort of way to ground himself. He'll sort of hold his arms across his chest, and in doing so he feels the leather of his sketchbook tucked at his side in its holster. He'll sort of pull that out, flip through the pages of some creatures now entirely unfamiliar to him, despite having extensive pages dedicated to them. These are the creatures he no longer recalls. And he just mutters to himself, "Where did you go? Where did we go?"
Make a wisdom saving throw.
He's too caught up in his own thoughts, he does not.
Your sketchbook begins to glow blue from the spine towards the pages as it extends to your arms. The mist parts 5-6 feet around you. You see for the first time the ground that is this place. 3 or 4 inch soft grass. Smell of wet dew rises to your nose as you turn a blue spectral and disappear. William, Emerus, Grendel, Nina, Xenia. The mist still surrounds you momentarily. And all of a sudden, it blows apart, and a bright clearing in front of you with some old ruins covered in vines. You remember who you are. You remember Finn. You remember your halfling parents. You remember who you are, Xenia. You remember Durza. And Rico comes up and runs up your leg onto your shoulder and gives you a nuzzle. All of your proficiencies returned. all of your memories held back into your mind, into yourself. And in this clearing, there is a tall elf figure in blue and silver robes, and next to him, Finn, playing in the dirt. And this individual is crouched down, kind of drawing in the dirt along with him, as he looks up and says, "Welcome. I'm very glad you made it." He stands up, and Finn looks over to who this man is talking to, and he yells, "Mommy!" And the ground beneath his feet rise as he rides this wave, earthbender style, all the way over to you and just shoots himself up with a pillar and lands in your arms. That man was talking to me, and I wanted to dig down under the ground and do that to be more surprised. But he didn't let me do that because he said it was dangerous. So I can do this now.
Can I roll for like insight or something to make sure this is my son?
Like this is real? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
Beautiful. This is indeed Finn. It would be unmistakable. The smudges of dirt on his face, the smell of wild air in his hair, this scent of summer and play and just being a kid.
And he's all right? Like I check him out, like he's not hurt or anything?
He's not hurt. He is 100% himself. There are no scratches, no scrapes, no nothing.
I hold him as tight as I can, and I just start crying and holding him.
Why did you call him here?
Me? No. It was not me. The spirits of this place had something to
I
do
see
with it.
them. I feel them all around. There are numerous.
What was that?
Well,
I am sorry to
William.
inconvenience you with that little test. That mist was not meant for you. But it is a
Was it?
necessity.
What was it meant for?
The proud, the powerful, those who decide they are better because of their intellect and their strength, their fortitude. They seek only one thing, more of it. And they would find it here. Guidance beyond comprehension. Grendel, it's good to see you again. However, you all, I don't believe I've met before. I am Mindoran.
I recognize you! I recognize you! I knew you looked familiar! How are you? There has been so much going on.
I know, and he kind of pulls out a book from his robe. I've been keeping track.
You have? I've been trying to do what you've been telling me to, but I will say recently my memories have gotten a little weird back at the
Cuts you
library.
off and just embraces you, and with a breathy, tearing up voice, just apologizes and just tells you, "I am so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen."
You are not the one who took my Helene. You are not the one who needs to apologize. You were the only one who sent me on the path to find her.
I gave you this dangerous task, and it has done horrible things to you.
And I have taken on those tasks, and I don't care about the horrible things I face. This task is going to lead me to the love of my life, who I have been looking for so long. So don't you dare apologize. And we're also saving the world on top of that. So I understand how important this is, but I always keep my promises.
You have done so well so far, and all of you.
Mindoran. So this is William. He's a little bit smelly. He's also
The whole
kind of
time you're doing
red.
this, it's just
And she
kind of
goes
reminds
through
you
it.
like
She goes through it, introduces every single one, not even kind of computing that like he has been keeping track of this whole entire ordeal. And then she goes on. She goes, and then we have Toro, and we have Luna, and we have. And she pauses for a moment, as she knows that there was another member of this party, but she has no idea who it was, and she just kind of sits there and just,
Goldie.
who's Goldie?
So you're the man that we have to thank for this mission. You're our charge.
Who's Goldie? Goldie.
And Grendel's just kind of muttering to herself as she wanders off.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting explicitly, but I've been helping your champion, I assume, Grendel.
Oh, that's me. I'm also now the master of arms. I don't think I was ever given the title champion, but I am a master of arms. I have 2 of them.
I'm very proud of you, Grendel. You've done very well. No, we haven't met. There were, I believe, 5, possibly 6. I can't remember now. I'd have to go back and read, but there were others that fell along the way, or simply thought this was too hard.
A lot of men and women have died for this mission that you've charged us with. Well, charged Grendel with. But we are beholden to it. We will not give up. We will see it through. But I will not hold back the fact that it has demanded a lot from us.
It does.
Every single one.
And I would not fault you one bit for turning the other way and leaving me to my fate.
But I thought when it comes to saving the world and those we love, it doesn't matter how much we give, because they're the ones who give us everything we have in the first place. That's why I've always felt sometimes the sacrifice is worth it, even if it means...
This is not me complaining. This is me expressing gratitude for finally seeing the face of what I am fighting for.
Oh, I see. As most would say, that went a little bit over my head. I'm sorry.
I've heard tales of you, but all of it grandstanding and mythical. To have you standing here before us is surreal.
I told you he was real, and he also has the whoosh library.
Yes. Actually, that's why I'm here.
Is it all right? I know the last time that we talked, I heard it was collapsing. What's happened? Are you okay?
Last time you met him, Grendel, he had like a black salt and pepper hair. His head is completely gray at this point.
Oh no. So like he looks like he's aged.
He's aged for an elf. And he looks over and goes, I won't lie. Time is running out.
Is there anything that we can do to
Where is it?
get more time?
Where is it?
Where is what?
You know. There's a piece here.
Divination was my sister's area of expertise, but it is not mine. I
There's
merely
a
keep
piece
the knowledge.
here. I can feel it. Where is it?
No. There is a piece. But I don't believe it's what you think. There is a piece of my library here.
What do you mean a piece? Why are there multiple pieces of your library?
It was destroyed, Grendel, and many of the pieces fell to the earth. none of them possessing pieces of the Paragon, but holding power, which is one of the reasons for the mist here.
We
This
have to stop
piece-
this mist. It's harming a lot of people.
Well, I don't think it's harming them on purpose. Maybe it's trying to protect the library. For those who have pride, those are not ones who seek knowledge.
Either way, Grendel,
Papa would always say.
it is harming people who come in here. And if we take the piece that is causing it, then
I don't think we can take what resides here, mate.
Do we open
We
the
can try.
bookshop? Like, how do we do that?
If you were to destroy this piece of the library, then the mist would fade. I cannot do so. The magic inside has faded considerably and will not sustain me.
What will it do to you if we
What is
destroy
it? What is it? Why?
The library is a part of Mindaron. That wouldn't be good.
If that is what is necessary to save people from getting hurt, innocent people, and so
Wait.
be it.
Can we
No.
not repurpose it?
No. Not without the pieces of the Paragon all in one piece.
Well, can we move the piece of the library? How big is it?
If I may, and you hear Xenia pipe up for the first time in several minutes as he pushes up from underneath Durza's wing, from where he was flatly pushed to the ground under a layer 7 foot of fur and feathers, just sort of pokes out from under the wing. Are there not spells that could contain such a place? Demi-planes, perhaps?
The spell is already in place. And he waves his hand, and the vines fall off. This broken archway that lays to the side has primordial lettering on it. Through this archway is the demiplane it resides in. Inside is the tower of divination that was once connected to Melson Shear. Inside I had an orrery. Locate the paragons that way. It should have enough charge to do at least once. The divination tower. You'll locate all of them.
Emrys is going to speak in Draconic. Are you a dragon?
He looks over. I have enough of this. And this individual begins to grow and glow blue as a spectral blue dragon. Long serpentine begins to fill the space all around, and his massive head hovering over the top.
It is
And
still
in Draconic,
impressive.
he goes, yes, I am.
Wishul nigga me. My friend here has a piece, but it's broken. Can you help?
Which one of you?
Grendel immediately points to William.
Points to William.
That was in Draconic. We don't understand that.
It's in Drac-
I do.
Oh, it
I
was.
point to you.
As soon as Xenia points to William, Grendel's gonna point to William because
I don't know what you said, but he did it.
if Xenia points to William, it obviously whatever it is, William did it.
Of course, everybody all points out to me, and then William's just like, "The fuck did I do?"
William.
I have no idea what you did, but you obviously did it.
William,
It is in Draconic.
give him the piece. Give him the Sea King's Fang.
He reaches down to the sheath that he keeps it in, unhooks it, and holds it out before him. It was damaged in one of our fights against the abyssal creatures that we've been fighting.
Yes, he begins to say, yes, I know, but realizes that that's probably a little bit more condescending than it needs to be. Then he stops himself and goes, I see.
That's unfortunate.
Can it be fixed?
It can. In the first hall you come to, you'll know what to do.
Follow-up question, mate. Can I eventually wield it?
You can wield it at a great cost. The choices you've made and the choices you've taken up till now are your cross to bear. Choices have consequences, and sometimes there's not a way to fix it.
That's fair.
Emrys is going to get right up to this creature. I'm going to do and say one thing to that woman right there. After that, will you be able to take her and my son out of here?
No.
Safely? No.
This is by extension part of my library, and I cannot go far from it, lest I die.
Can they leave?
The way forward is through, but you have passed the test of the mist. It will open to you.
Very well. Emrys is going to walk over to Nina. He looks over to Grendel. Winks at her.
Grendel is just kind of sitting there. She's druid crafting subconsciously right now. There's flowers popping out. Like
He goes, "You've known me for a very long time, but we've been apart for most of it."
Right.
And he flips open his bag. And he goes in and he grabs a box, flips it back. And he gets down on one knee.
Yeah.
Nina, we were apart for quite a while. But I want you to know there was never anyone else. You were and are my first and last love. Ever since the day you racked me over their dome and tied me to a chair, I've been able to think of no one else.
He leans over to Grendel and goes, "That was a good one. You should read it sometime."
I'm not really one for like that kind of romance, but I'm always happy to see my friends happy.
While you may not have magic, like myself or our son, you ensorcelled my soul and my heart that day. The day I found you again, you gave me such a gift I can't even describe. I discovered that you made me a father, and while I don't have the best of role models when it comes to fatherhood, I know I want to do it better and be there for the both of you always. I already told you after all. The wind always blows in your direction now. So, with that in mind, will you take this? And he opens it. And it's a pretty pricey looking diamond ring.
So
You,
oh,
will you, my Nina, join me in eternity?
Emrys. The past 4 years, I've thought of this day, or of just meeting you again, if you were to come back into our lives. And I played it many times in my head, but I didn't think of it this way. But I think of no matter how you came back into my life, the answer would always be yes.
Good.
I take the
Takes
ring.
the ring. Takes the ring out of the box.
Oh.
Places it on your finger. He's gonna kiss you.
Grendel is like throwing flower petals with Druidcraft as like he like does the whole romantic kiss thing, and she's just kind of sitting there, just like.
Druidcraft, white roses around them.
After that, he will bend down to Finn. He says, "Now you young man, you gave us quite a fright.
I saw
Mother
it.
and I. You know who I am?
You have green eyes.
Yeah,
I like
I
them.
do.
Well, if I may speak up in this moment, given the amount of trauma that we just faced going through this mist, I think it's only right that as captain and I perform a marriage ceremony in this moment and officiate the marriage between the two of you.
I want you to do that, but
Finn
not here, not
tugs.
now.
Finn tugs on like a pant leg or whatever you have, a cloak or something.
Hey, mister, why does he stick so bad?
Oh, God.
That is because he is a very stinky man.
Wow.
I want you
You're
to
like
do
a
that.
big old tree.
Not here, not now. I want you to marry us at the Temple of Akros, if you would. And
That might be a trouble, mate. But
we can do
we'll
it on
see.
the ship if you wish. As holy as it is right now, it's a perfect fit.
Xenia knows people at Akros, don't you, Xenia? Xenia could totally have somebody initiate the wedding there. And
I
will make
promised-
sure to bring all
I
the
promised
flowers.
Grendel she could be a flower girl, and I would like
Biggest issue for me was the fact that it's holy ground and I might not be able to step foot on it.
It
Well,
has
the ship
taken
is
so
holy
much
ground
for me
right now, so how does that work?
for this long.
It's not sanctified, mate. But
And
that being said,
I was hoping
congratulations.
Xenia would be my great best man.
Really?
Yes.
I've never been to a wedding before.
Oh, Xenia, I will help you. I will help you find like a really like some really nice formal wear, kind of like when we had to go to the banquet.
Full disclosure, the only wedding I've been to was my own.
Well, you burned your last nice uniform, William.
Yeah, well, you know.
Because you set yourself
We
on
were up against
fire.
a fucking false Hydra, and, you know, I didn't have my fucking battle clothes ready.
That was a really nice suit. I was really upset about that, if I'm going to be honest. I think that would have been great to wear to the wedding, but now you're gonna have to find something to cover up your smelly self.
That being said, yes.
What's the plan? Do we leave the mist as it is and just warn people to stay away?
No, we still have a mission ahead of us. We need to go to the library.
Well,
Find-
If we warn people, they're gonna come
No, we're
here.
going to the library because that's the only way out.
I think maybe the best way to go about it is maybe see how we handle the library, and if the library needs to stay here, then maybe we should
Oh.
warn people to stay away from the mist. Because I think the mist is there to protect it, but if we can somehow manage to move the library or like stop the mist,
That's
then-
beyond our scope in the moment. But the primary objective here is Nina and your son need to head home back to the Nen-Glair, Port Kirashi. The mist will part for them, as Mindrin has stated.
No, they need to come with us through the
Yeah.
library. That's the only way out. That's what he said.
Was it? I thought he said
the way out
the
is
mist was
through, he
clear.
said.
The way out
thought he
is
said the
through,
mist was hard.
but he could have it open to them since they passed.
Yeah.
Right.
the,
So they can
They
go
can-
back. They don't need to go to the library
Is
with
that the
us.
case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mindron can
So-
also have like the spirits talk to Finn, and he can get them through safely as well.
Right.
I
So
actually
that,
Nice.
yeah, I knew I was understanding correctly. All right. Yeah, no.
I
The
didn't
two of them
either.
can go through the mist. We need to go to the library. That is where we learn where our mission continues. That's where we'll get our heading.
You know, I've never been good with books, Mindaran, but these guys are pretty good with books. Xenia especially. And I'm pretty sure Emrys too.
Emrys is going to quick. I fucking hate reading. Like,
William hates reading too, but he only does it because his father instilled the discipline.
Emrys is going to turn to Finn and he goes, "I'm your father, son," and he creates a pillar of dirt under his feet.
Oh yeah, that reminds
we
me.
can do that
Grendel.
too. That's really cool.
Grendel.
God, teach me sometime. I just learned this one, and a tiny little like match size flame. It's
The
all
two
done.
of you actually would be pretty useful. He unfurls the hole, the portable hole. I need about like 100 pounds of dirt in this fucking hole.
Oh, I got you. And he.
Oh yeah, I forgot because the shovel asked me to.
And she's gonna pull out the shovel. She goes, "Isn't that right, shovel?" And she's gonna see if it's gonna talk to her again. She doesn't know how this works.
I'm
So it'll take him about a minute, but he can displace enough dirt in there.
And then after that, close up the hole. That should do for
That
the
should
time being.
make
If
the
we
butcher so happy with us.
Hello, are you there, Mr. Shovel? Hello, like
I'll get us by if we ever end up traveling by sea again, but we should be good while we're landlocked. Dig up some dirt while we're here on land every night, Grendel. Don't forget, that'll be part of your duties, because I don't need you going fucking insane.
I don't know what happens. It's not like it really threatened me. It just asked for dirt, so that's what I'm doing. And I am a nice person, and I keep my
I'd
promise.
rather not find out. That being said, Nina, as interesting as our acquaintances was made, get home safe. Take care of your child. We'll see that too, that the black dust is eradicated from the city.
I'm going to help you with that a little bit. I know you're fast on your own, but
Will you last him?
and he cast haste on you.
Also, before you go, this is yours.
Hell yeah.
And this is yours. He gives to Finn his toy and to Nina one of her dresses, I suppose, that he used to help track them.
This
before
one is my favorite. Thank you.
It's very good. You're welcome.
Before Nina goes off, Grendel will walk over. She druid crafts 2 flower crowns. She puts the smaller one on Finn's head, and she goes, "This one is for you, Finny." And then she's gonna take the large one, put it on. And she goes, "And this one is for you, Miss Nina. You guys, please be safe. I cannot wait to be the flower girl at your wedding. It's going to be so much fun."
I have.
He leans
Emrys
in to Nina and
Emrys is
goes,
going.
"Mommy, she really is a tree lady."
And I give her a big hug.
Bend down. He's
Nina
going
is
to
picked
take
up
his
this.
son by the shoulders and look him dead in the eye. This is very important.
Okay.
And he's saying this in primordial. No fire around people.
Okay. What if Mommy tells me to do it for some
I
reason?
will teach you. If
and
mommy says
she's
so,
there?
carte blanche. You go crazy. All right?
What the?
It means go crazy. It
Okay.
means go crazy.
Crazy. I like
Listen
crazy.
to me.
What if she just wants him to light a candle?
Right?
You have to be so careful with fire, okay?
Careful. Yeah, that's what that said.
right.
Yeah, he said it requires control and concentration.
Concentration, mate. Nadia, do you ever see any weapons like these? And he pulls out the long
Just
rifle.
tousles his hair.
You see any weapons like these? The long rifle has the silence spell is etched into it. Is that right, or is
On
that
the side? Yes.
You see these markings? It needs to be destroyed, or you can send it to my crew back on the Pale Lady. One of the two. It won't. won't bode well for anyone if it's in the wrong hands.
You're asking him to destroy the silence spell on the rifle?
No, talking to Nina. If
Okay.
she sees any of those weapons in the city with the runes etched into the side of it, either destroy it or send it to the Pale Lady, and William will take care of it.
Yes,
I'm
but
gonna definitely look at it hard and study it and make sure I know exactly what it looks like.
please be bloody careful. Yeah?
Oh well, I'm always careful.
You're lying to
If you
yourself.
And if you see a handsome pirate in crimson red with a fancy cap, as he points to himself, gestures to himself, don't fucking hold a knife to my throat again.
I won't.
Handsome,
I was
I was
handsome in
more
my
say
time.
smelly, but
being generous.
hey, William has himself a lady too.
No,
So,
he's all right.
No, I appreciate all the work that you guys do.
not my type, but
Just stay alive, keep him alive, so you can come back and we can get married and have the life I've been dreaming
Oh, we're
of.
landlocked for a while. We're getting hitched like tomorrow.
Oh, I thought I was leaving.
Well, I mean, yeah, give it back to the city and be safe, but
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
We'll
I
see
know
you
how long
soon.
you guys be gone.
we have some things to take care of here.
Just come back alive, all of you.
You got it.
I'm already dead, man.
It's true. He's a creep.
Goodness.
Dead on the inside and out.
Especially after that miss. Jesus Christ.
Oh
that
my
was-
god.
So Nina and Finn begin to make their way back. As they
Yes.
do, Finn is just going on and on about all the stuff he learned from the elf man and go, ooh, when I grow up, I want to be the Treeway. No, the guy with all the animals, that's super cool. Not the guy that smelled like nasty burp. No. But yeah, I want to be that other guy. He had green eyes. I want both my eyes to be green when I go. And just one topic to another. Just thinks everybody's so cool. Everything's awesome, and just has had a great time. Like,
For the desert
everything
pirate
is
guy.
awesome.
Yeah.
Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome.
That's fair. No one should
You
want
have
to be like
haste.
William.
It is extended, so it lasts 2 minutes. With your full run speed, you can get home in a minute, in 2 minutes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Breaking the sound barrier.
Almost. Not quite.
You come out of the mist very quickly. Short. I don't know how fast you're moving. If you're running, it's like 5 seconds. If you're walking, it's more like maybe a minute or two. That's all you had to walk to get out. The rest of you, Minduran kind of coils a little bit more, lowers his head down. Just kind of an expression of joy almost, just due to the fact that you have been here, been mortal, talked to each other, had a conversation. He's been able to be a part of it, something that he hasn't had in a very long time. So, what now?
What now is we continue our mission, but there's one last matter that needs to be handled. And that's when William approaches Emrys. Nope, not
Just
quite.
joking. You're handsome. All right. You're handsome.
Not quite. Sea King's Fang still firmly gripped in his hand. The last person that wielded it before him was somebody he counted on time and time again. He extends it to Emrys. I have made choices.
Bye, Nina.
Take care, Nina. Have a good night.
Bye, good night. It was so
Love you,
awesome playing
bye.
with you again, Nifty. Oh, I love you.
I love you
beautiful.
So are you. Bye,
Come back
guys.
soon.
Bye. It's been a
I can't
pleasure.
wait to play with you again. Isn't she fantastic? Oh, I love her.
She's great. The last man that wielded this before me was somebody I trusted more than myself and Xenia combined. He was not beholden to ambition. He only saw the mission. I need to know that if this weapon is not made functional again, that you can resist it. Resist the temptation to hoard said power. Or make the call when you realize you're not capable of doing so.
He just hold his hand down.
He drops it in your palm.
Okay.
You've seen this Sea King's fang change shape when handed to another person to suit their needs better. It does not. It stays in its falchion form.
He opens his bag. Closes the bag.
I have a sneaking suspicion that these pieces of the Paragon I will not be able to wield. So I'm going to have to count on all of you.
I have my piece of the Paragon I can wield. It's right here.
She's gonna hold up her buckler.
But it's something I would rather count on. As much as our agreement between Caliban is mutually beneficial, he does have his own motives, and I'd rather not.
Are you talking Caliban or are you talking Trevor?
They both have the same hand in the situation.
No, they have different hands. I know that.
Emrys walks up to Mindoran. And he speaks again in Draconic. Are my assertions correct? Does using them lessen the time we have?
Some. Yes.
Does getting them back aid in giving us time? If only some.
They gain power the closer together they are. So finding more of them would slow things a bit, the decay, but it will continue until they are all together.
What would happen if we combine the pieces that we have without the rest of them?
Without the proper binding, catastrophe would follow.
Keeping them separated by a lead box, will that keep them from binding? Even in an extra dimensional space?
Yes.
Good. I now know what I need to know. Let's go forth.
William, do you still have that brass coin with an image of me on it? And on the other side, a tree.
I do.
Stand in front of that archway and flip it.
He pulls out the coin as he approaches the archway. Looking back at him questionably, like, do I just flip it at the archway or do I just flip it in my hand and call it a day? Do I call heads or tails? What's the situation, right?
Just flip it as though you were to call heads or tails. It will do the rest. As you look around, you notice that your shadows aren't where they need to be. The shadows are reversed, not on the ground, but on the trees above. And as you prepare to flick it, an incantation in Primordial comes from Mindoran. But it is also heard in Common, a dual voice in tandem. To rise where others fall, A simple brass coin holds power small. Flip its face to shift the tide, and watch the world turn on its side. As you flick it up, it holds in the air, begins to spin faster and faster, a blue glow from the heat of it spinning, and you all begin to levitate and turn upside down and make contact with an invisible floor. Go forth, and I warn you, the mist was only the first test.
I don't like this whoosh magic.
As you all progress through this archway, now upside down, you enter a large chamber with incredibly high ceilings. As your footsteps echo, the smell of damp earth surrounds you. The candelabra and braziers alight all around this cavernous room, revealing twisting branch-like alabaster pillars all around, each one intertwined with elegant gold and silver inlay as they taper gracefully to a point the higher they go, eventually melding into something smooth, some carved stone at the top. Recessed cavities in the surrounding walls adorn the room, each coming to an elegant pointed archway. Surrounding the room here, where the walls have crumbled a little bit, you see light coming from the other side of intricate wrought iron filigree, and beyond the distant sound of a gently falling water. To the direct opposite side of the door you entered is a split staircase, both leading up to a heavy metal door on the other side of this cavern. The floor is covered with dust and debris. It is mirror-like obsidian. And as you enter this space, seeing the bronze doors on the other side with a serpentine dragon lock, that's where we're going to end our session tonight. We'll see you next week for more
Spicy
on Tales of Vardin and To Be Next. Have a great night, everybody.
I love it